and it's saying your next game ebeko saying weighing anymore and yes nkonya yede mo nchiremu yede bro the legend Mr. Kwabena Jemfi Joe Laka na ne be kura show no kwapem say do me ne be bo ama breaking news about betimi the message about WhatsApp line 0551 599 933 and 0551 444-933. Wait me here live. Oh, Facebook and YouTube. Kessben TV. YouTube, like, comment, share. Maunian. Enya chefa e wo show no so na bet me the message so apana beja for and so aye ho adwuma kama me ka say open Jesus papa part your players version and your supporters no omon and so the only place me can for the amount the shop Jedi Didaya or 100% credibility baby I will be ano any problem Ghana ha afine bia ye deliver jerseys ye hiane say obedi en hye so na fe ye de abroad the nearest car station na akofa enti frame 0248890104 0248890104 and now say 0501359776 0501359776 in the supporters version any players version oh ye wanna do Moye group, moye football club, moye coast team, division team, moye premier team, moye school team, moye organization, and I'm open jerseys in bulk. You benya be at the amount first and sports where the shop Jedin Kwan and I may count for or more at the amount 0248890104 0501359776. Na yebe kwa mono ne de nemo me mfa aboa botew Intertribes football tournament no recordo enra na a day 12 game and about so yenya only a goal and on our Kessben television so man prusi sheka ba ko kotokoli hence ante man of the match ekoye Emma Surat Kamel ono na far man of the match into Kamal Surat far MVP no and man prusi sheka ba ko kotokoli hence me ante nyame aduma ochina ebo no nan a wala ene ever ebebo chairman Olise formerly of War All Stars and an lady wala team nom ne ever and so abo middle be 4 p.m. and a game nom and so baso ochina ewa hinsan Jabbo professionals and Adolf 11 and so ebebo 3 p.m. ewa hinsan school park and so and a big game no baso professional players and Ghanaian local players no premier and division 1 players no omo town and to watch na ye nyina ye hyiamu ewo ahinsan na game kese no so etimi abaso wey eso ane ye gina ne ahwe nsama ekoso ewon nkofo ekroso ye beko Monaco eho na Diamond League no ekoso eno a Noah Laos oye na de ni biem OBT Leslie Tebogo efa mema no 200 meters mami anko na ye enjoy Noah Laos enra ono ne fa mema no 200
drive there from let's see Tebogo looked like he almost fell out of the block. The Olympic champion just as they enter the straight is on terms with Noah Lyles. These two side by side down the home straight here. Lyles going to the arms. Lyles trying to hold off. Let's see Tebogo and he does it. What a way to return to the circuit. Noah Lyles, 1988.
Allows and run a fan member 200 ewo Monaco way a Diamond League. Emmanuel so Julian Alfred of UK on also and a far mano 110.79 seconds no de a winning race. Mommy Julian Alfred and Ramika on also 2 year ewo Monaco.
We can see what she can manage here in Monaco. She is the favourite here. Good start from Sears, the American, putting Alfred under pressure. Alfred looked tense in Prefontaine and she perhaps looks tense here again in the second half. But there goes Julian Alfred, there goes the Olympic champion. It is another 10-7, 10-79 for Alfred. The first 50 metres was perhaps a bit laboured, but perhaps it was Sears that was having a blinder.
Alfred and Alpha Emmanuel 100 meters ewo Monaco young so ewo Wimbledon tennis jumediano enrada yenya mema na semi-finals team eba so Janek Sena echi Novak Djokovic eye ne ho adwuma na Djokovic FB papa 6-3 and then 6-4 nema Janek Sena a qualifier finals and Carlos Alcaraz so wako the first 3 finals of Wimbledon. The last 3 editions were called finals. And also Ebomodin Taylor Fritz Echano 6-4, 5-7, 6-3, and then 7-6 into finals. No, Basu Ochina, a Memana Femno, Carlos Alcaraz, on a Janek Sena, Anna Ebo, and Anna Emmanuel finals, Basu Iga Swiatek, and then Amanda and Isnoba and Ebo enti Amanda and Isubmova and Iga Swiatek Ebo and man finals and the one building no wine and FIFA World Cup no 4 national teams no 2030 about 6 nations and a host the FIFA confirms Santiago Bernabeu and a be hosted the grand finale of the 2030 FIFA World Cup. Na yenko FIFA Club World Cup ochina and a year drawn down the curtain ewo America na Chelsea any PSG and ebo the much awaited finals ochina final no between Chelsea and PSG why and lifted the ultimate to ochina final game no so referee odi game no ninchi every Iran and Australia enti ni din ede Ariza Fagani ono any referee odi sa big game no na stadium a host final no MetLife Stadium enra ye bunkompo across stadium ho kohwa ho siesia omo towards the grand finale so MetLife Stadium mo Kessben television no sa stadium way and His Excellency Donald Trump ebeba na wabe grace the occasion FIFA President Infantino and penifo aka enti Jumedia so honomo ahead of the grand finale and I'm more enjoyed our Kessben television. So Chelsea and PSG why and lifted the ultimate FIFA Club World Cup. Now Chelsea home colors no home jersey blue no and ochina Chelsea ebeshe Enzo Maresca Chelsea manager could be saying say clubs and PSG aboni nyina no almost so far without the ball china more so far now also want to catch us say Chelsea mum ebe so far without the ball mu bientie Enzo Maresca PSG game no wakasa e dia fa ho.
Important is it that your players are willing to suffer on Sunday because there will be long times in the game where you do not have the ball?
Who said that?
There presumably will be because
okay.
of how PSG play.
Yeah, we see in 2 days for sure that they are top team in Europe, in the world, probably in this moment the best team in the world. But I think that every game is different, every game can be different, and we're gonna try our best to do a good game.
The middle at the back, please.
How important is it that your players are willing to suffer on Sunday because there will be long times in the game where you do not have the ball?
Why Enzo Maresca Chelsea manager and on Tiebe Watchina Wabra PSG and Chelsea about the final of the FIFA Club World Cup. Enzo Maresca said Yenti Anna will push it noni madueke to Arsenal. Now Arsenal so competing for the Premier League as a Arsenal weapon at the Abekontia Chelsea. No so no kadada. Se play bia onye happy biano. Okwa penifo ebeja okwan ononi madueke Enzo Maresca kasai.
No, I said in the one of the last press conference at the end, if players want to leave, at the end it's difficult for the club, for the manager, and Noni desire was to leave. Otherwise, no one said to Noni, you have to leave. So it's Noni desire to leave, and if he's happy, we are happy.
Enzo Maresca chemwa enye Chelsea ana a pamo boy no noni maduoke na ana e decide sell obe free Chelsea ntomo ye ho hwia enye ye Captain Reece James ochina ono na echechira homa no abo amba na lead Chelsea final game eba so Reece James analyze PSG team ojitum say PSG a favorite name wey e one of game Chelsea ebe your best age trophy no. Wallinti yadi Reece James and somehow the two Jano yadi ebeba na Levi Colwell another Chelsea centre back ochina on the PSG attack Canadian enye is crossing for ekika any PSG trashy Inter Milan finals of the Champions League tour so a trashy mad name omo Chelsea die omo dini different from the previous teams are PSG no about ochina Chelsea mum and lifted the ultimate.
Like I said, we're not them teams. We play completely different. We got different players, and we're going to do different things. Of course, we're going to learn from the other team's defeats and improve our way. But yeah, we're confident going into the game. Most people around the world will expect PSG to win, but we don't think that in our camp. I remember the first time in this tournament when I done media and I said to everyone, we're winners and we've made it this far. So it shows that I'm not lying, the players.
Levi Colwell, Chelsea defender, head of Fortuna game on the PSG, born and what's in Kano. Nuno Mendes so far. Wafa players peanut national mu bottom all the top players no maboni nyina obi en ho a watimi atwetwe no dominating no modern e was so pa arguably the best left back e wo game no sesia eno no o say ochina game no omo another opportunity so major trophy na omo abre season we a very very long season omo e domestically ko conquer Europe and omo san so atwa so aba America name eno nya excuse because Chelsea so a very marathon league and eba na omo be still wall na fi ochina omako park ne so akoyese trophy no monsa abeka Desire Doué eye PSG one of our darling boys ni bi so onyane day a PSG team na niam papeke omo o say omo the Champions League omo agi so many trophies afuwe. It's about time omo at the Club World Cup trophy no ebe so omo be everything possible so ochina omo ebe di Chelsea so enkonim Marquinhos so your captain wakasa enra Ocean Central for or say PSG enya greater players omo enya Messi enya Mbappe omo enya ne mamu nyina nenso ya captain pa dia PSG current team way and the best by far omanya individuals previous name team pa as a unit we are the best. Marquinhos.
Players who, if you think about their name and the titles they've achieved, are maybe ahead of these players right now. But collectively speaking, the philosophy and the moment that we're living and the results we've had, I think taking all of that into consideration, this is probably the team or the squad that's best achieved its goals or that's best
operated Captain Marquinhos of Paris Saint-Germain. Previously, omanya individuals, omanya stars. Name me a team padia. Currently, PSG team way the best by far. Vitinha and Fifi Jumani na yehese bejina na so. Vitinha so kasa is Chelsea. How far on my banner say omo one of the best. Ochina game no enye fala from my PSG.
A great team, Chelsea. They're in the final. That's a reason another reason that they are a great team. But we're going to have time to analyze, to watch what they do, and to face.
Everything and someone also added to Ashraf Hakimi. On also right side ho obe fa ho no pa Chelsea for no Makukuyera Raskuku ewo Jumaye ewo Bunkuma faso ho na on also kasa kitwa bi e fa game on Chelsea e bone ho.
First of all, we are really happy about the victory today. But like I say, I think the connection that we have each other and how we work, how we connect between us is amazing. And I'm really proud and lucky to play in this team. First of all, we are really happy.
We and Sama Ashraf Hakimi and so Eddie Etuja. Jason Klinsmann, a former, a Bermanik, Omo darling boy, formerly no coachy German national team. Hena coachy America, Omo national team no. Ose Luis Enrique in system no. Se PSG players ni na ye 11 dia e fa nemum sebako. E get out of position dia na the entire team collapse. So Chelsea. Ebetimi aye bibi somo enso eyere omo ho a Enzo Fernandez Chelsea amo Ahmed Foda or say hit ewa America no ano den pa or say one of the games na ofili dizzy as nane so brenu bi say na oda park no so kakra because hit oja ewo park ne so no na ano den weda ne de emwa omo kra we ene nsama aye Enzo Fernandez Chelsea midfielder no ono enso Eddie Atujwa na so far Chelsea sika bomb onsam no by way of player sales any club tournament omo bo ewa America no omo enya 87.5 million pounds from day one ebesi final game omo airborne so semi-finals no Sika Manyankon 87.5 and Amoton Humphrey eje 12 million pounds. Eton Noni Madueke 52 million pounds. Kepa Omenya 5 million pounds and Omo Anton Petrovic Omenya 25 million pounds. Enti combined 181.5 million pounds and Chelsea so far sika omonso a pocket and no Chelsea say omo check FIFA Club World Cup ya omo enye trophy parade bia because players no abre omo beja players no say omo enko holidays nya say nya fe na omo je club tournament na omo abeko street etwimumume ene fans no enso a celebrate Nicholas Jackson Chelsea rate no 100 million pounds. Enti some summer way say omenya 100 million pounds are Omonton Jackson. Omobetwen boy in the bay the next season. Na ne value no asanso issue to anything less than 100 million pounds. So such Chelsea for say omon and so Anton Liverpool and players no eco pay tributes Emma omon lost one Diogo Jota Ofrimu Enche and the entire Liverpool team and more our Kessben television so and our Anfield echo lay flowers pay tribute Emma Diogo Jota and then Andre and Jota wife no now or a part of a Liverpool team now echo pay tribute our Anfield no say this is in Nyaba Chelsea are retire Liverpool enya retire jersey number 20 Jota jersey number no was a fake club no at the statement about say player bien wa obeshe sa Jota jersey number 20 omo enso etimi are retire yanko Bayern Munich so officially omo any Javi Simons in the camp omo awie personal times they are done and dusted. Never I realize the kind of Bayern Munich nothing come channel and so etimi ashas here. Another player Bayern Munich sell amobe Luis Diaz of Liverpool. On person my boy no long-term contract 5 or 6 year deal until 2029 or 2030. Now the additional 1 year of 2031. Now until come twetwe guso a cost between boy no and afa Bayern Munich come and so a club no Tony Kroos say Jabi Alonso di sir sesia de enyam peke nemom onya time after players no holidays no na the philosophy the methods nothing no be implemented e be fa edi ama Real Madrid mo and so a club because Jabi Alonso obenya total control over club no so Dani Ceballos Madrid say we a club na over 20 million euros or the bar or mo beton Dani Ceballos on so edi amount Marcus Rashford epercent or join Barca and until was start to follow Barca team no e wo IG or follow some of the players including Pedri and Robert Lewandowski. Leo Messi camp deny Sir Omenya official invite from FC Barca says Spotify company Barca ebebiano nti Messi phone ni munya emetech the enra na enam say Messi nya invite ne camp na be deny say sesi ade Barca for enyanfa invite bia and my say Messi emra na on be grace the occasion. Barcelona say July 16 omo ebeye special ceremony na omo e just number 10 on his birthday Lamine Yamal omo ablete sa jesi na mano e de amano one grandpa trophy afuwe Barca for ebebo na omo sebeko so Spotify company fans omo hwe ni mu no anya the entire no mo bienti omo hwe over 32,000 fans and omo some so ebetimi aba Spotify company Arsenal for epe Victor Gyökeres naka say mu oye desperate say obe join Arsenal name Arsenal for so one bar omo plan B Oli Watkins Aston Villa striker no musunya na omo enso epe onim say Man United team no before the players no ebeko vacation no coach Ruben Amorim omo bia personal training na omo kofi a omo enkoye because season e twam no de ankoye kwantu omo kofi no ode bia e workout e hye nsam so omo koye and some United team impo a regroup hono Crystal Palace and say omo double ownership nti UEFA for edimo to instead some about Europa League no omo akọbọ Conference League Crystal Palace enra verdict ne ba ya pen omo say omo kwakoya appeal na fe omo etimo veterinary decision Europa League no omo mom na e was omo ebo Hans Flick was show so much interest e wo Ademola Lookman reigning Africa Footballer of the Year Atlanta for say 50 million pounds and a Barca for and so and for Emra who go Ekitike Frankfurt player no Liverpool for nyana omo enso epe Anthony Gordon Liverpool for enso epe Newcastle say 100 million pounds and omo ede ato boy no so Real Madrid aka actually players ne say performance ne our form pa enti after holidays no omo ba omo enkikam ho nyesa de pina omo enso ebejo omo kwan Luka Modric obeko AC Milan na omo mama ne weekend we say on fan sort ne ho wie because we club World Cup about unrest after weekend way obeko Italy na wakọ medicals not officially AC Milan for and so you know actually Mediterranean enya the farewell message about other Inter Milan for us say Besiktas and the club ono and so Johnny Pinis Harvey as Robert Lewandowski we be in last season our Barca after this season on to us and Barca a club no Rodrigo Madrid pay 100 million euros omo enya 100 na kawia bebebiano omo be jan ama Rodrigo and so adjoining Moises Caicedo kopeke knock our Chelsea semi-final game nemo ochina or filter or start match no at the ama Chelsea they try to Barca Frankie de Jong Barca for any boy no enya wia no contract no ono and so ebenya extended at the ama the Catalan Giants FC Barca non kuno abo apai mu pepepe wey eso anegina na yede nkofo cross nsam yesi na yakọ Dr. Amagashi aso ye akwakofa apomuden ho nsam o health wapomuden man tutu na se anonti ana Dr. Amagashi aba oba momienko na yemfa ne nkrato sima ye ba pese Laka the award winner ebeto aso until 12 na breaking news aba.
Hey, come on, kana Dr. Amagashi so odi djuma pa ha o. Dr. Aje abasobodi bebre di firi framantam ade abepie asantemam. Wo se ahaban kasa wote fa woyade bia bra Dr. Amagashi ho na onte ne te emfama ho. Empadi force se wo yare na se wan fe wo se a obi enhu mobo. Yade ben e na etete wo. Yade ben na ni wudi asie. Bra Dr. Amagashi ho na onte yade no te emfama ho. Eye stroke, diabetes, hepatitis, akwada ne kokobo apie. Anase oba moje etu no. Opa wo. Hepatitis B so oyade pa. E na kidney problem. O beto ne te. Die na uhia anase die yade na etete wo aka wahye ehia wangu tutumirika na bra Dr. Apostle Amagashi asoye na yade bedwane kra empanifo se yakote adromra eno ane ahaban so yete no wuram Dr. Amagashi onfa ahaban ne enka okeke demomu no obompa ye kire otwede amponyakopo totrobosu kwa me basa yi adom se onfa adom ene ayaresa emra na wode ahaban ne kawa amunum ho ana ho ya wodene Dr. Amagashi so nim sunsumu niema obetrase ahwehwe wachi babia yade ne firi a ebaye wode ahaban na kawa ma wate apo wo ye champion Dr. ni bia wode ahabandro anase wode nubra eye adwuma de se ebre ne so kese a Amagashi na wodwane betwa no efitete odumako abo ade na yede adom achede ema Dr. Amagashi ode adi dwuma abesi ne Amagashi wo ye champion doctor keke fa wo yade ebra na wuduru hompa yade no 40% kura timi yira ansa kura no wo doctor se wo enkrama mu a enha ho makuma se kura eno ane se obekọ Kaswa prison junction ana wo takura de a apa 1 kjb government hospital kuma se so bra magazine macro police house eho ana Dr. Amagashi aso Techma so our Hansa Brigade ana bogoso power line eho ana obehu Dr. Amagashi je number ye that friend doctor say sia e was 0547 044 307 ana 0544 580936 ana 0202408206 Freddy say sia na yade anku Dr. Oye kikim Dr. Oye bruta
everything trade be sine twedi ampon boss ro boss ase wa mo bibia biem ebo mu niema no bibi fufuro bia meka ho bi eno amu na suahunu nimde e kire de ye de enye ene de ye ena okutwa so mbeka kire tiedi ni ye pa ne fatu tiri eye Dr. Apostle Amagashi mi do nyankopon awie ye bremu wode hahamane nubna ese yade me secret ni sorry me catch you and say pick number na go screen as keke na de freno na tutu anama kono ho enni nansa me na me kachiro wa yarsan eto betwa me de me ma mitini bebre ko hospital bebre ye ko ba bia me ma me na me ni menu aba ba ko ye kura ni musi ye ko hospital bia kura ni musa wontimi nante nya hwe obi di adanse ye fa Dr. Amagashi ana o kire mazi maku ene e bai tiade ma me bai kura no sa na Dr. Amagashi hwe no first adura wo de ma ya ko ye within 3 days I was just saying no more do na fe de ma me na watimi kuradua e de nante ni empega ni biem nti me ka sei sa bre de ma me no MC na ye ni age ahotaba nti me di adanse se Dr. Amagashi obi biara bibi ha wo ni paduam bia de mo gide so ba Dr. Amagashi aso ya bibia be kam
an sa mi magani ko na taka cikin wani magani ce wani ya gwada min wani doctor daga micro wenzo inda nazo doctor ya change yin lab na je na yi lab nazo ya bani magani so uku kenan so uku na gani wallahi na ji lafiya na lau doctor ya ce min kamar aji Halima ciwon nan ya bari kura yasa dan wana musulmi saboda Allah ba karya bane
agona hodu ko kata madu agona mi dogbene mi agbododo ye mi la dodo na mi fie acho doctor Magashi wo doda fa ye mi ko egbe mi la gbe do na mi didi be mi ana hodu ko no anya be fifie doctor Magashi wa tikie aboto kata ko dem nyamo la kata atikama ko zamile ma na nya se doctor Magashi nkokwa na ko be fibroid lo dubu diabetes lo sisi adolele gede nko gan yo lo dosi e o lo sisi yata mi jibe mi ana mi anya be mi o kata mi ho doctor Magashi watike ko dem ne mi ano zaza ajebe ye pe ko nya nweto ye pe ko bodu ko kata mi ho dem yata na nya nya bavi yo nya nya bavi kwa doctor Magashi watike ye nya nweto kemi pe dem ta mi jibe mi ana mi anya be doctor Magashi watike ye nya nweto apene mi
wa o hwa ba me de bae ino bun ke na ya ai ya sese me wa papa ntinu nyina adena de kwa na wa ye
o pele nya botre ye tie se we a critical issue ya mapa me ko papa me di ko operation e tuna unu ba na gini ho awan me ko papa no operation gu ma ba so me mi nsanka ho no be to ma be fama de why
anyway yes na me ko be funda ka no ton fen so prefo ne wo ye die o so mi nsa na ke fe ka no ano no
ya botre ma me
jeru kra ka kire me some fan ko Amagashi wo macro police house wo kasi kan wa to no ye de wa ye
opani ba to
abasini kimi ko Amagashi wo ni ko Amagashi wo opani ye ni ko
ye no to
ana pressure na wo so wa
sa force na ho ya ye nyani ni am de bi ya ni be so fa Amagashi am sa sabro wa sama
Nurse kana mejatie Fabian ncheno besa
na so kwa yo na da no kwa
I just know what kind of man. I'm about to have me back with me and send. I know fibroid kakra me nya wonti. And no be na won fa mame. And no be. And I won fa mame. Adai. So to me say me yale a adai tira won kama menko.
Ya mutre. Abawa sela abutre ntu wo. Yenko memo wa.
Me abawa sela o. Enya me abawa sela. Ye kaye. Se doctor Magashi. Or ye be papa and say yale. E ba ha ben dre dia ko ya de number 1. My baba tina ha say am was so me mu. My say ade. Me did me come so me kwa nya wo ni bi. Ene bari bi ahyemechi. Me ma tina ha bi mo hyiwe.
Anye kem. Aya what ya me case kama.
Sika me na wa jati mo. Me na say check sama. E mo fa case kama.
Amagashi egum hospital yo. Akwa kwenchiremi. So atonso hie mu a. Konu se su mu kwa. Afei an mahunu se. Dadie bi etwa dadie. So we doctor mpo na sebe o yare fu untimi hwe no wo de yenwa Amagashi wo de frem nya so mesi wo de yade wo de abena me so bo am doctor babuwa wo ahwe yare fu na ma na msem ye doctor we anya fa ne mankwa Amagashi wa kamsa sabro aka me so na nim se de pepe die wu esa yade na minim sabo fra han de sa yade mi ko kun na ha akobo ani mu bra akobo bebre na me so wo mo pa wo de bafua so wo te ne te mesi na badi ayato no enya sem tetua die ha wo bia no mesi kotoa Dr. Amagashi emfa ya die mko na ya die ja
alatiare Dr. Apostle Amagashi we ya pinya
yawa wakwa baba Amagashi Herbal and Spiritual Clinic inua ye mepese me ma wote ase ne se yade a ebo nipa manipa ye mmobo onyankopon aka wansema to Bible nim de daada saa na wode eduyefo nso aye den aba season bi ni nipa onyankopon peja no wonim dwumedi edi wo Dr. Amagashi Herbal and Spiritual Clinic ye mepese me ma wote ase ne se wo kan Jeremiah chapter 16 the verse number 4 wo se nkofo bi wo ho a owuyade abo mo owuyade ye de ba de ebi ye pressure wonim nipa do pressure ekum financial up to now wonim nipa do diabetes ekum up to now wonim nipa do HIV ekum up to now wonim nipa do hepatitis B ekum up to now sa yade we nyina yade eye owuyade enu na Dr. Amagashi nyankopon de yale nyina no aduro de amame sa wo ba Dr. Amagashi Herbal Clinic yade biara taiwo yade ye sunsum yade nkofo ko meeting no matter what you say enu no me break you down what about Dr. Amagashi what in two time ye won nkofo bro ono ma omo say HIV na duro ni ho Openi se unni edura enkase ntie Nyankopon abode. Eduro na ye ka no, eduro na bedi bi ho. Ye nyina ye nim se Deuteronomy chapter 23 the verse 1 say, "O se sebi nipa ne be man yedman ko heaven." Enti se obem me sha. Fabra Dr. Magashi wo. Ye be ma obem ne pie ekakalaka e de ama. Sa na nipa sebi etwere da no so. Obi a hepatitis B da ne mojem, obi ne nkoso enhu ade, obi a yade bi tata no. Opani omo pa wo kwa de bebrebe. Yade e na gu ni panim ase. Yade e na asesa nkrofo bebre ma omo da ne hiafo. Enu nti na Dr. Magashi meto nsa fro se. Wa yale sa anu aduru ababedi.
Sɛ wowɔ nkrama mu a ɛnha ho makuma se koraa ɛno ane sɛ wobɛkɔ Kasua Prison Junction anaa wɔtakorade a Apawan Kegyebiri Government Hospital Kumasi nso bra magazine macro Police House ɛhɔ ɛna Dr. Amagashi asoyɛ wɔ Tachima so ɔwɔ Hansa Brigade ɛna Bɔgɔ so Power Line ɛhɔ ɛna wobɛhu Dr. Amagashi gye number yɛ da frɛ Dr. Sesi a ɛwɔ 0547 044 307 anaa 0544 580 936 anaa 020 24 08 206 Freddy says ya na yade anku. Doctor, oye kikim. Doctor, oye bruta.
Whistle Jumadi Mimindabia ena yade ebro akasima duonu pepepe na nondu abo Kessben television Kessben 93.3 Kessben 92.9 Accra na mo monitor live ewo DSTV 364 Go TV 121 mamunyina akwa abaisa chia munyina bio mamunyina chi eba Miminda anopa program dumienu kai na ye peje mu ama holistic news and atwaso ede ama yen monfa mo messages no emfa 05515999933 05515999933 ye bejidi nyina enso ewa ha na ya kinkai kama ede amamo amamfo asase ede bakra. All right, and your trans questions and answers no pamcho emse ye drum fifi baby na ese ye dia de foforo ebehye na Kumasi Asante ko consensem bi aba communication director ma club no lawyer Safuduku aba studio enunti no ye twajai yentimi enwura ni nyina emu entino ene ebiebe yim krankra na ya toaso local source kakra aka ho ni nyina ne bobo ano na ye de abremo dumienu na ye be peja ye mu weekend so a very very busy weekend enya sem kitu akra kensia hodo pi na ekoso Diamond League no ekoso den ewo Monaco Noah Knights ono na sese 200 meters no wasan edi ekan awa mo no abetrase na wahwe ni nyina ema ball ekoso Wafcon and so koso wo Morocco enra Ghana entimi ani enkunim your first match lusu 2-0 second game yasan elusu sorry ya draw 1-1 yani Mali say na kensie no eko de Ghana and other countries no and so enyina sanso na wafu zone B tournament and so eko so ewo pram say pa na eno so akwakosi ebewura clubs no emu ewo maimu na title transfer stories ahodo ekoso news ahodo every clubs no emu nyina no yede ho nkomotwetwe and so ebebremu FIFA Club World Cup yami eyadmo china na final game no baso din ina enim se PSG omo and Chelsea and the chat work no omo bebo na emse ohamu adiokono enkron ene epo echiri kakra de omu nyina no erutu for a PSG obia including Chelsea fans na bebre and so abam abu e was a match no and a PSG ewo tournament no mo enti nyame yad watch na 7 p.m. ni na no eto ebetwa. All right. There were other games or transfer stories. Our manone yedina and so bebremo. Na fe yewura Wimbledon and so koso din. Say a drew final stage. Emano ene Iga Swiatek. Ono ene Anisimova. Amanda Anisimova and the tie so the dindin or the chat walk Emano ene and sa match no and so basu nyame yaduma Ochina enye asem ketua kra. Carlos Alcaraz one Yannick Sinner and ebo the chatwo kra na Wimbledon why na ebeji enti ene weekend ye loaded pa nyini na metima bobo so ye be rowram dia na so adwen ye o pese amafo abujafo echechero madwen kranka de fa ho ene edumienu na ya page 0551599933 eho na ye fa mo messages no penifo obi aho ye de
Janadom
obi aho ye ase
you are in a full regalia.
Yes. Any braba.
Andy was in Bioka. Also, fans and any Brazilian players.
Any braba. Any brief friend, any brick crew.
Why determined to give no bear in the end zone? We had to US after 12 hours direct flight. When you have Brazilian players, you know.
Yes, when you have papa. Bia ma Chelsea dogs chance. Say bit we could do final way. Quite fast you could do on so my fast I could
nyame dada na onim beduru yes nyame dada na dem beko
na dem go for so mu 41 na
but after my Chelsea the rank after my Chelsea 36% and on my PSG 64
okay
percentage are up to
I see.
That's up to your canopy.
Match bia Emma na NC Emma about one tree one side say that.
How about me best studio times say Franco best suggest to say you observe a minute silence with my Chelsea.
You are
cooking your own story.
So what, Baba? You're observing a minute silence. You show me too much Chelsea.
Just for the nasi. Let's 7 p.m. Be arbitrary.
I don't want. So I won't tell you go well.
Debut.
I say, need anything to lose. Offer baby I so omo na be lose. Omo need anything to lose.
Lose look around and make it bia o.
Level go well say omo munya Real Madrid ya be show omo fool. That it seemed and said you only that Chelsea fans and so I omo lineup.
I don't know, say bit here now. Okay.
Said we're not them teams. We play completely different. We got different players and we're going to do different things. Of course, we're going to learn from the other team's defeats and improve our way. But yeah, we're confident going into the game. Most people around the world will expect PSG to win, but we don't think that in our camp. I remember the first time in this tournament when I done media and I said to everyone, you know, we're winners and we've made it this far. So it shows that I'm not lying, you know. The players have got a really top mentality and we're excited going into this final.
What gives you that mentality? Is it leadership from above? Is it that togetherness that's sort of trying to group?
Just being Chelsea. This is where we belong to be and we're showing that and proving it day in, day out.
Noni, have you had a chance to say goodbye? Have you had a chance to say goodbye to Noni? Because we've heard that he's going to be leaving and maybe not be involved in the final.
No, I had to come and have breakfast alone this morning, you know, to get down to you guys. So no, I'm not too sure what's going on there.
Is that you talked there about not having any fear, and people think that PSG are favourites in it, but is that a Chelsea thing? You know, the ability maybe to sort of surprise people. Go back.
If you call some also the to I don't know. Yemra name minim so much say free sa game no but some po Chelsea and I'm attention about FIFA Club World Cup. Omo kwa could do finals. Among for any dear any attention as a tournament here na competition enya no. Ani na no Chelsea. Yes. Yes. Chelsea from early stages now. Kenya sa attention here enya sisi.
And they are ready. Yeah. Say PSG ni Dortmund eba Kenya sa dey way.
No way. Chelsea ayade. Maybe I'm do na kra my ayade.
Maybe I'm do na.
Because okra okay, you really said say a friend say a boxing bout. Enka Chelsea benye catch PSG.
Of course.
Because some of the crowd eba baby. Yes.
Let me go will say Omashe ekwan amufa so share nkrofo no bebre. So mbebo different style. Na I'm not too sure say eno kire say omoni beda omo so na omo open up too much. Maybe I say be or the article so say be I don't know.
You're a good goalkeeper and can same way can say say Gina Kekano but you were here the name china.
Yeah, you started.
Drew baby a goalkeeper.
Yes.
Any Gina club be in term any defeat.
In a major final in a crunchy knockout games, you need your top class goalkeeper. But Argentina for the World Cup. That save from Emiliano Martinez a Colomwani Diano and but after the game we talk about Messi and talk about Mbappe. By what that save. Courtois Jurgen Klopp after the game against Real Madrid. Time of finish goal and say or say who be that because the kind of worker na Courtois yen in the final who be that say a final game. Now born a run at go goalkeeper Bobby Yefri. Now the 2010 World Cup finals. You really a Kajavi near Iniesta go and watch that game. It was Ike Casillas. It is a do. There be a game ne drew no. The good thing is that in all the game that you've played, team encounter 1 or 2 errors from the goalkeeper. But at least, Sauke Donnarumma, the PSG backline with the confidence, they have a wall in front of their pole. Say Emuya Dia, he's had that quality to save the situation. But same can't be said about Chelsea, Robert Sanchez. But a lot would depend on the lineup of coaches and so the PSG lineup their hands. But Chelsea then there should be changes. The approach there should be changes. Goalkeepers are key in your quest to win major finals. Yeah. And it's so important because so you goalkeeper just from one. Okra born who defend said yeah. Oshakran still now team now acquired the Ivorian team of 2008 the 2010 AFCON. Oshakra the other pool nasa ntibono a firm will be me ase. But say the center back of Chelsea who were Jumaye. In as matter we're talking about Robert Sanchez. The center backs who were Jumaye. A lot goes into this particular game. Ahead of the game, so at the MetLife Stadium,
yeah. Even very good teams, here goalkeepers. So we save womo,
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yanko Madrid, Couture.
Yeah.
Champions League final, Inter Milan.
Yes.
From quarter-final, semi-final to the final.
So man.
Yes, so many idea no way.
You know.
Even Donnarumma.
Yeah.
A war, a friend say PSG.
Yes. Against Liverpool.
This PSG team. Against clubs, boy, you see,
that's true, you know.
Yes,
Donnarumma against Liverpool, and then the move who said Donnarumma has arrived.
Yeah.
In as much as my excellent game in the Italy last time of winning the European Championship, but Donnarumma bar APA, now when you ups and downs in terms of performance, but that game when a bar so in Amford, the virginity. Now the one at the Villa Park, Jesus Christ, so you. Marco Asensio nya chance bi ene ye ka Vintina ene ye ka Dembele for Ballon d'Or sa save no ene di PSG eduru ba bi o maduri Marco Asensio nya ball bi sa time na ball no sedo o mo sha aye 4-2 Asensio nya I think it was 62nd minute Asensio nya ball it was 1-on-1 and sedo who nim keeper na o mo ye huge especially I give you Donnarumma no ban in some say no call him Asensio ball the ball that save and the DPA the ababedu and all the accolades in the game ya dem all. Into goalkeepers there said do. Ike Casillas played with Zizou, he played with Casemiro, he played with Ronaldo, he played with Gareth Bale, he played with Sergio Ramos, he played with Pepe, he played with Marcelo. He plays now the established materials. But in all, Ike Casillas was crucial.
si ebora woni ebozi da mu nyina di ni ebo Claude Makelele, Fernando Hierro, Michel Zagallo, Ivan Higuera. Still the goalkeeper was crucial in the 2012 final between Chelsea and Bayern Munich. Said you really know be about Robert, but go and watch that game. It was Peter Cech. That game was Peter Cech in the final. Only ye be but no Bayern for need to me possess a ball no be able to on my bottom. Na Peter Cech e ball. It said you goalkeepers there a team sir abaye so dominant from international football at the BBC club football baby a bit me a rebiano. Goalkeepers is so important. So person ko wadima. Gigi Buffon in the 2006 World Cup. Marcos in the 2002 World Cup. And Makai Ike Casillas in the 2010 World Cup. Makai Emiliano Martinez in the last World Cup. Goalkeepers said you is so crucial. Hugo Lloris go out or die in 2018 World Cup man France EDJ tournament. Let me who's what that's how good be that. But said you that goes sir. But be a no about be born. Nti goalkeepers etina said you they will be key. Yeah. I will give me na everything me.
Yeah. Doc, we did this on any dream.
Oh, yeah, of course. Mejitum say for teams among winning laurels in Pempi is the goalkeepers
a powerful players in Guadia. And Chelsea, yeah, any problem back. You worry, Sanchez.
Sam
Mamenkwa waho. Na mesa ba hobi. Awa ye no kwese we be observe a mini silence about Chelsea and I tried before the game. Did you say that?
Oh, I was saying Basu said you.
I know it's
okay.
What's it can say Basu?
No, I'm sorry.
The United Chelsea food in another was. Okay.
I
like the quote. Dr. K. Was it the body of the dead is a warning to the living.
Hey, what you think about Chelsea?
But honestly, I respect Chelsea in finals.
I never thought I could see that.
And that's why.
Oh, but the suggestion.
Okay. Come on, we use your game.
Hey, what?
Nah, yeah, say.
Oh, thank you. We any find your is your car.
If we ever yell, you ever want that.
We didn't go now. Opposite Chelsea, Jason, and I'm saying no way. So, yes.
Oh, no.
The Chelsea Jesse go.
None did there's
go back. I'm saying, Pancho.
No, I
Chelsea.
All right. They don't have to be there coming no more. We don't know about you more.
And did you what?
But who is it? You know, would you have seen young academia? Oh, yes.
I think I'm maybe there. Come in the club, stand.
Oh,
no, yeah, who am I? I don't tell you my more.
Good to tell you how you
that bad, sir. That bad, sir. Yes, the game.
Okay, so Mimi, in as much as say, Yabenya Inter Milan losing 5-0 to Paris Saint-Germain in the final. But so in major competitions. Not finals, the untel who goes to be brebe. You bet me, I check it in recent times, the major finals of Champions League and World Cup games I actually finals and said there are games in the city. Not goes to be brebe babo a see one off. Now was a team a terrible night or a terrible day, na be Jagu. And yes, our final games ye 90 minutes. Na idea play a bio park and said, yo, psychologically. So free dressing room uba. Number be do park and so. No one need bought trophy now. Said yo, be team on the field of play. Because Obia tried to give his best. Both intrinsically and then intrinsically. In the motivational aspect of the game. Into Obia, you know, so beating ya down the Monday Bonetti. Now, me started from Paris Saint-Germain. Said you so a PG team na. Adia ba akwa mo ma yesronko no bi e kan o masem no the consistent lineup omo de ball games. Maka say ye betimi abone mamu ne Mbappe mu achi ya. ba omo team no be hu se aduru ka crucial stage se nkom mienu ka ba ko apra basejo apart from William Pacho team omo de started competition omo ana aba de aba bi sinne eti de bia de opeso odinya efrim rantie no on the field of play no obetimi anya na je no aso hwe PG team na yen hwe omo against English opposition this season one omo share team a friend Arsenal before that na Arsenal di cash omo 2-0 at the Emirates but to do the knockout stages of the competition no omo share team a friend Liverpool me ka say sha elimination because omo ba Anfield Liverpool share omo yi team a friend Aston Villa free omo ba Villa Park no Aston Villa nso etimi share omo sejo omo be share Arsenal 1-0 at the Emirates omo sa ko share Arsenal at the Parc des Princes the trainer say 3 teams omo ni omo abo from the camp of the English Premier League no omo nyina PG team na etimi eja obo kwan yen hwe omo ba this bejo competition ya sejo omo boy omo atimi elusu just a game na game omo lusu ya no was against Botafogo a team no and omo lusu 1-0 against Algo Jesus black and white team. That is the only goal PG conceded in the FIFA Club World Cup. You know, only goal and omo timi ya conceded in the FIFA Club World Cup. Na sejo o team omo timi share Inter Milan 5. Omo timi share Real Madrid 4. Omo timi share Bayern Munich 2. Omo timi share Atletico Madrid 4. Let's say the team is scary. Not just on paper, but they deliver on the field of play. It doesn't mean the team no any weakness. But say you say oh can go sir. Emrantie na ede ni mu no bia hye, Desire Doué hye, Dembele hye, Kvaratskhelia hye, Goncalo Ramos ba o hye, Bradley Barcola ba o hye. Inti omani mu no scary. Say wo ko akire nso a, omo concede 1 goal pe. Inti emo team no nso etimi eye hu. Na general, say wo ka omo team no in general. Yedi ka say apart from Marcus Marquinhos Correa, what 31 years, any Fabian Ruiz or what 29 years, a team full of youngsters. Inti energy dear omu bebrebe. So okas omo running, okas omo pressing, and collectively they play to a better pattern. Omate party nase, and whoever start ahead of the other, who say weakness about the template and answer the pattern now, omo de ebobo no e wo park ne so. And say Joe, their confidence level is so high because omo say no matter how you set up, omo betimi anya go e de etia. That is for Paris Saint-Germain. And as all come Manhattan or Times Square, a omo pictures no more display in New York City or baby. It is PG and no be a them in New York. So you now to Chelsea. So about Chelsea in Swan. Before the competition, obi a match Chelsea chance. I said omo betimi do the finals of the competition. After beating Los Angeles, said you, Ushi games are not Chelsea but still. And Flamingo diane be confirm diane nipa bebreye ka say o yanka said the first goal so no say na fluke. But after the Flamingo game, Chelsea are back. She the Benfica here Bayern Munich. Chelsea ma almost 4. Chelsea struggled at a point against Palmeiras, but almost recovered in the second half and winning that game. And the last game against AF Fluminense, João Pedro MIA, Adia other clubs ensure any more deba in the Premier League next season, and now the MIA. It is all for Chelsea. So, in terms of goals to a tournament to match the bar. But again, apart from scoring, they also concede. Because Flamingo Maomi and San, Palmeiras Momo Bako. It is a do. Ushe Benfica and some Momo Bako. Until you are talking about PH that have considered 1 goal, as against Chelsea that have considered 5 goals. Actually, say Chelsea with defensive weakness also obey Mojuma. Now, say Joe, on the field of play, I do in terms of players, I also ball game way. So only team will be ball. Now say over the Nimu Chewa. And near me, team is games, no, the tactical play of the opponent coach. PG Obian himself, Ombebo Gigi Donnarumma, Ombebo Achraf Hakimi, Ombebo Nuno Mendes, Marquinhos, Lucas Berardo, Ombebo João Neves, Vitinha, Ombebo Fabian Ruiz, Ombebo Dembele, Ombebo Kvaratskhelia and Desire Doué. But say you, for the Chelsea team, there should be changes. I was saying, Sayeba baby, because and only idea obetim dia matching opponent now when mutual in terms of everything. And that's what we call tactics. The method how the be game. And to what say I don't PhD team. Now so your PhD team now. Obi a cover the Paris team, it is not because of the attack. It is not because of their defense. It is not because of the huge figure Gigi Donnarumma imposed, but it is because of their midfield. It's your midfield, no. And you why no be a canasem? Why the director of play, no? Why the catch a game in slow? Why the catch a game in correct? Why the catch a game in left? Against Real Madrid, they realized that the left-sided side of Team FN in Madrid, and no defensive side in terms of the left back, the quite how into one of them board in our five. Until they will look at a certain weakness within the Chelsea backline. No, my exploit it. Into the first thing, also Maresca, Genoa. The defense, no. James was bought online as well. So you expect James to deal with Kvaratskhelia. Cucurella, whoever comes on the right, you expect those guys, the quality of the band to deal with those guys. Now, baby, a Chelsea will problem central defense. Trevor Chaluba, your experience, or more bono, or the Levico well airborne. Until you give it to him. Now Levico well. The game will not quite a one-sided game. But against Tima, attack near fluid, very fluent and skillful. No, I was so told was in terms of marking. And yes, I will be bread. Until on the human you'll be a so betting. Now, one area, a key, Chelsea team, you be on betting me a survival, the midfield. It's Enzo Maresca, Romeo Lavia, as a Joe, still our new training. Or she training on my in a bien Hawaii. The Etienne say he's not fit to play on Sunday. And today no also coach in here. Oh, Andre Santos. Oh, Enzo Fernandez. Oh, Moise Caicedo. Sergio, straight away. In order to match the midfield play, Uche Omoma, o the Enzo Emma Joao Neves. Now the Andre Santos Ama Vintina. And then you give Moise Caicedo to Fabian Ruiz. Until you close to the spaces because you expect PSG to control the ball. Until PSG control one, and then these players will control the spaces. Until spaces in them, you pick those pocket of spaces. Now closing now. Down the attacking play. Also the area why Joao Pedro and then Abranti are your friend Nevers because Sergio almost the work pace now. Omu betimi they are running route attacking me. And Sergio social Luis Enrique tactical playing any po ye keep high Ashraf Hakimi. The moment Abemu na tra center no other way team boss na will be consider go. Yasha against Madrid. Or tra 8 or tra center lie as a Joe will consider go. Into Kukoyala bear double work. Who defending against Desiree Doué? No one said defending against Ashraf Hakimi. It is a Joe. The first plan of Enzo Maresca to sit back. Obetina today. Now they are close to spaces. Now I hit the PSG on the break. Oh yes, sir. You will survive. And only plan about Tafogo Yusu ya. Omudi share team my friend Paris Saint-Germain. Because on the break, checking numbers are about Bedrua. Obon so omo recover do no out number omo. But omo ye quick, so you need to be strategic. It is a joke. Fans in Pempia who here controllers. The good thing is that so the two teams now mobile parading na. Opia or guy is sir. Sabo ni kromo me comfortable. Even with Moise Caicedo as number 6. Only player born kra and hopo. So watch Andre Santos. He played his whole games last season in the French League 1 and he was about one of the highest rated midfielders in the French League 1. Into only PSG for na buntu him said you see bono. And again you talking about Enzo Fernandez. He has done it at the FIFA World Cup big stages so what else? Into the planner Enzo Maresca Ediberum for Lucas Berardo and the Marquinhos flexibility, control, passing, confidence because Obiano Obeba Wadena William Pacho Debano. Inti those two guys on are central defense and on no deba. So almost space baby bar or mobile picky ball the about own half. Into whoever lead the line need to press. Say do match when you kuku match. So person when you kuku masem because in kuku or you slow and a defensively on team inside at the match. Into you need to be strategic. Contain the PSG. That is the only way to survive. So, you're Chelsea coach. PSG for an game, no one says, or take a game to Chelsea, and take a game to Chelsea. Would acquire Chelsea, but first, a survival defensively, no, and your Juma, you know, expect to say, coach your friend Enzo Maresca and the charges they beat me aye. Two teams in the idea back is simple. Obi ashe goals. Maka the number of goals at Chelsea ashe and maka the number of goals at PSG ashe. Maka the number of goals at PSG a concede and maka the number of goals at Chelsea so a concede. Ti the chair say omo nyina 1 or 2 weakness. But say Joe, how the two teams no be see defend collectively no and so a key. And how the key players on the field of play e betimi agiran a key. Kopa Maira Chelsea will not survive. It will say the best player for Chelsea in this particular competition no Abranti Feno Neto Pedro Neto na the best player and one of the standout players for this particular competition. But you share the tournament, the conference league in the final. Kopama picky pieces no. You who say team Feno Real Betis and survival. The same thing applies to this particular game. Kopama is key, and then Abranti Fen Hakimi, and then Vintina is key again. So over when Nimbe ba Koraskelia or ye pesi, Dembele ye pesi. The do a pacey. It said you check your movement and your positions as well. And then I'm a game yes scary for 8 man. Your friend Chelsea and again, so bonus centrally. Sako koye your own stessa. Unsel who will be in the defensive shape no. Obeting at as a leader at the back. And then I'm a PAJ favorite for this particular game. Said wow. Baby I'm Medina na Medina sign. Chelsea can cause an upset, but it's a game for Paris Saint-Germain.
Wow. Dr. Naro.
General.
Here's my samba hope you.
Oh, match in the Kakrebi na meka fa ho.
Okay.
But mo Kakredi the fa Crystal Palace and Lamine Yamal. They didn't kind of say this is a big final, absolutely no doubt. At MetLife Stadium, 82,500 capacity stadium. So stadium we and I said 2026 World Cup final. Yebebo sa kensi you know in New Jersey. New York Jets NFL team no on home grounds. Now everything points to the fact that we are going to have an exciting encounter, and they are delving deep into the game and everything. Clearly, Chelsea are the underdogs. PSG are the top dogs. Not because of this tournament alone. This tournament, two teams in Inano, Ubia register 5 wins and lose 1. And it looks like Ubia lost was to a Brazilian side. But going into the game, Diama Ubia kind of overwhelming nature of PSG team here, how they dominate the opponents. Top opponents. Okay, the current final, Omodesha International, the Omia Atletico Madrid, the Omode Real Madrid twice, Omode Bayern Munich twice. So that team is Yamabu, being with him the ball to Omonet. It's a solid, a complete team. Team no. Ubetima Fani department by department and everywhere they are just top. The goalkeeper Donnarumma has matured and is on top of his game. The back four probably Obia a master on the position. Ashraf Hakimi, Mendes, Marquinhos. And the midfield the MC Honumna Ijani Jina. And yes, a lot will depend on how Chelsea approach the game. I want to believe that Utie in Sema Levico will Kayana, Enzo Maresca has steady games in a PSG are dominating Crawford, and I'm sure he'll go into the game with a lot of caution. Like any game, I could be say Chinchina, Unino Koto Titu, or Tisuachia, Nichibayedin. General, PSG favorite.
Yeah.
My main fihonum na anopei na mitie eye ure friend Steve Parish. Steve Parish eye chairman Edema Crystal Palace. When him say Crystal Palace bobu kuno. Bro muji FA Cup final. Ni Gianni Nyina said for the first time in so many years they are going to play in Europe and in the Europa League because England so we need FA Cup now or slot in the Europa League. And the UEFA from paying for extra the break Crystal Palace for say Europa League no mbo bienye name mbekwa akobo Conference League. Ni nyina ne say omo omre bi e friend multi club ownership we Europe say se boboku mienu miensa enan eye nipa baako dia ana nipa baako bi wo twaka kese wo mu a sa boboku ni mienu omuntumi nsi akan in one competition.
Okay.
Na se kobasa 2 clubs no ye behwe obia league de okọ soro kese na ya mono na bo the elite league no. So the tier ne say a Crystal Palace any team a friend Olympic Lyonnais and some person much say Ura a friend Steve Parish no or your penya or what no John Texter or your penya or your majority share owner of Olympic Lyonnais of France and the UEFA person or say or was some percentage in Crystal Palace and a percentage in one a bro threshold UEFA makwan say unyano enti sana tie dia team a friend Crystal Palace and Olympic Lyonnais omo emienu na esi adi umutu nseni ani na ye hwe ne obebo Europa League ne a relegate ba kwa manako Conference League na team a friend Olympic Lyonnais no omo di 6 in the French League Crystal Palace edi 12 in the Premier League not just in the discretion of UEFA as Olympic Lyonnais ebo Europa League no na Crystal Palace ekobo Conference League somewhere in March ma European clubs no deadline say obia mfa wo multi club ownership no mfa ho ne manko Crystal Palace emua because no ebi eniema tu either said that time but no mu nyini say on be qualify for Europe ntomni UEFA for ni asem but what they are saying now they say papa na mo friend John Tester no on shede ni say bia wo mo Crystal Palace bo boku nim enti enyina so no mo agina no omo nyintum and in fact UEFA ruling na catch them so omo on kwan say omo court of arbitration for sports so Crystal Palace is going there Sekoba se Crystal Palace Conference League na no be body and the beneficiary will be Nottingham Forest onu odi 7th Premier League in Aston Villa one slot you know England has 2 slots in the Europa League Aston Villa up choose enya one into Crystal Palace and kwase Chinese Nottingham Forest in the beko na ekade na nkasa asem we ama because Olympic Lyonnais ena mo music asemti omo relegate omo from the French League even though omo disease say omo nkobo League 2 no but omo ya appeal ni ade ne yasa agi omo baba League 1 into that is the situation. You know the final one they say and na 12 July the na ye dasronko kese pa edema kwada e friend Lami Yamal isan say na ne da o move from childhood akọ adulthood because and then obenya 18 years
okay
in Spain and most European countries unya 18 afi de wa free nkwadam abam panyin te se Ghana ha se unyenya 18 afi de utumeto aba enti enne ye dastronko de Lami Yamal na no ena Lami Yamal say sa dastronko de onfa ni agro obeji na ni yie papa enti wakope island a friend Ibiza eho ena okwa akoye ne birthday party no na ne birthday party na mra maako 9 inu ma hyehyɛ o party no ne din kan ne say yemfrɛ wa wontumi nsi hɔ yento unya invite don't come anywhere near 2 and say em say ne ena omo o invite omo no ombehu the exact location because omo invite kra baby party krona kra omudia omo ya de no agi say why you ready say oba na disclose am say ha say ena yeye no na invite no emre a wosu biem ne say udru ha you ready say wo the phones obe handle phones nyina over ama security men and san wo wura baby a party no another man say no drugs in the party and no camera mo bia amfa camera ema ho and I invite no mattress here what happens in Ibiza stays in Ibiza what happens in Ibiza stays in Ibiza enti party a wo be ni ebesi wa ha biara eseka ya any so many free akọ the question is a day poti pa na akwadai
yeah
oni mpanyimfo ya wato ne nsa afre omomo kwa akoye a enu nti e mo bia mfa picture camera na say phone ensi hono na ebiem obi a we invite ni bi ono Lami Yamal or fan plane ticket hoka baby enipa ne beda de obedi de obenum bi bia Lami so afa na ne papa ne main producer for this particular part. General, only say, omu be ye bi papa was our party we ase. Ni akika ma to omu nsa fra omu a. Bra.
La me ya ba.
Asembesi wo.
Scandal benya biba obedi bi papa.
O kai ne bofo o ne mranti bremu o. Akwada no.
Be used to be.
O kai ne bofo o ne mranti bremu ne ye.
Yes.
Na madwen say we a fan of Lami Yamala and animu ya but modern say mix in the match bia like enjoy him because Sunny was starting in the area enche
We not 20 years kono ja bo.
Area enche the baby we yo nti ye sha say
sanity
general
the footballers omo jomo ni pa omo boko chi pa
ye hopi
e ba ni football na onfen dia grow ben ni jenso
so onfen dia oh yo sa na no me say mo school na sa na de ba de sua me ti esi book me sua but se ba se ye nko chile so ameka
yeah oni apino no
apino zo
yeah
apino de no higher level eni je no level ni nuro apino
I tell an apino
ja
the students ni nim no ye
omu nim no apino ye free baby bobrasi carry chese kwapia area how do nim baby no munim no
yeah we school triangle de
no
omunye nkola pa okay but oh yes no I'm glad triangle de omunim baby a wa na ma ba duro so ti ase
happy no dey near to chairman
on the message about has is you so monitor program you far no grade here
no matter no nimbo
okay but then follow say
I agree.
So the guy say more enjoying it now. Na the bobo no unyi ni se beba. We go see baby ara.
Let's say me cry me no me kakra. The only thing is so anya careful kwanhia beto.
Yes.
First amaya we no mo bemben. On be chichira samato.
Oh yes.
I wonder if he has the experience to maneuver around it because there are guys who are bad boys but don't console on chinita.
Yeah.
What I say?
Yeah.
I just any papa no moderating his line no because papa no so he experience e wa kwhwibrim.
Yes.
What china nipa.
On the co-produce a program no. On the producer.
Oh ye bibi o hwe bibi a ma bibi a ko so dia ma no.
Man nipa me no betimi asa production we.
Sigamba nipa bi se ma onu mo musuban.
Papa no ye mo papa o. Kasha benefit say the general.
Okay. Enti yabeto aso Kessben television way final whistle meminda na yede Abraham. Good morning sir. For a BP free sports. Okay. So the same God, luck, determination, persistence, and the football god that won us the 2012 UEFA Champions League by beating the Napolis, Barcelonas, and Bayerns, and the same coach that won us the Conference League will triumph over PSG tomorrow. Now, Sir Franco Naro, dear, Chelsea fans know are waiting for him down here. You better pro ne widie mu pa. Blues all the way. We free at Daha. Agbogbuloshi Accra and Opeja Wedi Abre.
Na so wa si nyame dada no de boko.
Yes.
Ekuni me de na umfre nyame o.
Mami ko awa Muhammad hoda mehwe. The awal so de betudwa kakra de afa ho. Apino asise. Yo, let them talk. Just keep cool. Eva, I've vim for my club Chelsea tomorrow. I can assure you that a Portuguese midfielder will be neutralized by our great midfield of Enzo, Latvia, and Caicedo. At the back, Jesus, the Spanish, can easily quarantine Apino. Some men now can be busy. Hey.
Apino had to US here 12 hours too. How do you feel to
Ewa, it's my main trap. So do see I'll analyze the game. No,
maybe I'll do it. Then got to Africa. Some will be quarantine. Will be there.
I ask them.
There are supporters who have so much trust in their team than Chelsea.
Chelsea for the Omojom's team D. Share.
Mr. Tension back club World Cup 90% chance.
And it's the Jobia, but did you have more with him on
me for Chelsea in the agro. A BB Sunko, more than a football club. Now we did daba. Young Kwaya gazing, Guano at me. Our
Sergio.
Yes.
Yes, Sergio. I think the Diamond League no made him, and then of course Wimbledon finals. No.
I'm watching Uncle for better, best no the uncle.
Wimbledon, but Sergio, me Black Queens kakra. Honestly, we should have won the game against the Eagles, Mali. Ladies Eagles of Mali. Sergio, it was a game I had too disappointing. After scoring, how we conceded, and Sergio, from the defensive frailties, mistakes, a bit better, Muma, Asisa Tatraori, Eti Kamani 1-1. Sergio, apart from that, even she chances I saw Bamae. Sergio is too unfortunate. After losing against defending champions, the South Africa team, Bayana, and near her, you say those 2 games, and no be kakra, actually, the South Africa game, no. Make the one against Mali, and not boy, no. And of course, the last game against Tanzania. But Sergio, per the results, na bano put you into a position na because Mali were 4 points after drawing against us yesterday because they defeated Tanzania by a goal to 0. And yensu yetna ho ema South Africa so share by 2 goals to 0. So eno ka itimi nya that 3 points na ka be put you in a very good position to have make sure say at least yensu benya the second spot. Even though there is a third spot chance, I know so it's me, but we are jeopardizing our chances. Draw now a coba anyone said you put you in a position we don't need any result bigger than to win against Tanzania.
Yeah.
If we don't get that win against Tanzania,
now show how South Africa struggle here to draw with Tanzania.
Like many damn who said the next game now here be Tanzania. Because after the group draw no by said you honestly Nora did a marvelous job. Emma among for Obie who said it was there for us to see. From the qualifiers of the women's AFCON to the Olympics, even she game in Zambia they come on. That was the game. Emma Zambia no for no any bar no raso. Emma onene codim come out one way and to us. Say oh coach the Copper Queens of Zambia no. Kim last by no said you on your time kakra, but per the result of the games our buba said you now it wasn't encouraging as compared to Nora. So Jesu, your last game to play against Tanzania, it's a tough game. Evelyn Bedumo, Doris Bueduamo said you near what impressed me. Chantel, that new lady, fair lady. I don't know what impressed me within the setup no. But we Portia Boachemo, Alice Kusimu said you we need to up our game. Honestly, see the Kukwasa say in better so said you Misuru say be an intimi and progress to the next stage of the women's AFCON Ekosona. Said you
na enya easy. So say obi who ball no ball. Minimum so Nigeria. Is it
any Botswana? Yes.
This 29 minutes. Yes. Nigeria so.
Yes.
Good. Me what me stress how much is.
Yeah.
And that's obia ya di kakra.
Obia
Botswana Tanzania one name say ombetimi any big clubs and
big
countries
Asia. Yes.
89th minute.
Yes. And surprise you be a surprise you be. So what it means is so investment in women's football. Amount for the priority. And then Morocco. Morocco. Arabian country as a first in the heading class here, Bema Oba chance on this kind of sporting activity.
I say, I fancy a unisra honen.
But now Morocco, the Tunisia, the Algerians, they are all participating. And Sergio, even the last AFCON Women's Championship, Morocco were the runners up. Went to the World Cup, progressed beyond the group stage.
Yes.
And they are now investing. And then Botswana munyinaba. And yet Tanzania na omaba befa coach Basigi, coach Simba Queens.
Obi try so be
That's it.
Yan kwa ejina ho na feel say di Ghana na be boa mai.
That's it, Sergio.
But intimi.
And yeah.
About football near Nigeria and South Africa.
Yes. And South Africa and Cameroon be more.
Yes.
But see,
I yes, struggle against these clubs and countries and they make much more easy.
Yes, Sergio. Sergio, you're catchy.
Yeah. what happens in the Ghana-Tanzania game.
Yes,
yeah.
we face a must-win situation. Yeah. What it means we are saying goodbye to the competition. And it's very disappointing. Competition na in Nigeria yep pimso. Akwa ko dum ya yentimi qualifying pool. And then so yakwa ko dum ya ye call ya group stage near free. And the you who can still mind back the last AFCON appearance ye ewo Mabawa. Ye hosti ewo Ghana. After group ni say you free.
Yeah.
After group that was 2018 ewo Accra Sports Stadium. Ye both group stages we no ye free. So say you intimi into us so say you Brentford has a omo gina on you and wisa no so pa. Because Nottingham Forest aba almost say scan omonje. Now Thomas Frank any Tottenham Hotspur so say ko say na Thomas Frank na coach ni or Brentford. For a player say you winger scoring 19 Premier League goals last season. Obi a on your typical centre forward. Sejo is one of the most impressive African players within the English Premiership.
Okay.
Ofri Lorient, Eba, Brentford, every season be a very good performance alongside Brian Mbeumo. Thomas Frank wants to lure him out Tottenham Hotspur. And a Nottingham Forest and so Abba because Nottingham Forest are torn Anthony Elanga to Newcastle. So they feel that there is a void to be filled over there. And Obia Omani Abba Bedano so hey this boy Johan Wissa. But still, say you Brentford no air hold for almost say Sikana Mopenu say
how much is involved?
More 50 million pounds.
50 million
pounds.
It's Nottingham. Any friend say Tottenham. How many are prepared to pay?
It depends on say the Brentford Bejiatum. Say we are more better so and now more hold on to that figure. Then be depending on how say the negotiations these two sides are all going for the player.
Tottenham is no many business power.
Say you Europe.
Yes.
Back to Champions League. So
how many prepared to pay 55 million
for Kudus.
Yes. Say you almost Wissa.
Yes. Say you almost na okoto mo player monton. Almost na mo koto mo player monton. Say you David Odro. And ababeto just say Girona for any Barca. Girona targeted David Odro. Say they wants to get him ahead of the next season. What impressive ever Barca or call Barca Athletic team no honestly the performance na so any. But Barca for no pese omo ton. Omo pese ekwaye loan move.
Okay.
Say the be omo be hold on to the control of the player.
Okay.
That is the news about say Girona so money Barca mo nyina fi Catalonia. So there is a very good rapport in between them. Ebia na discussions e be cause on the player. Say for me if so move to Girona na mo be man promotion to the senior side no nya kwan e the La Liga na say I think say for me I would like that. As in Wenger so na to be their manager Jurgen Klopp on the Club World Cup no. Who say Jurgen Klopp say he ma players e bre ono nim ohun faso bia ewo this tournament or criticizing the tournament no and as in Wenger said you are reply no or say per senior Club World Cup na course this season ubisa all the clubs Obia are very very happy with what went on and they will want it again right up of Arsene Wenger no chono or say clubs no ebe again say opportunity like this ebe with the Club World Cup no in as much as say ohun say numbers na ye hwehwe say ebeba e was stadium no and share than especially from the group stages ebeba no but in reality numbers no improve kakra.
Chelsea's semi-final will record over 70,000 attendance.
Very, very impressive.
70,000. America for almost stadium necessarily do baby where there have been some empty spaces because 70,000 in most European stadium.
How many of them?
Because I the way analysis. Yes, that's
70,000 attendance.
That is the disadvantage for them.
I think say in England, Man U now was 75 capacity.
Yeah.
Inti
that level on Emirates, Thiago Maradona, San Siro, New Camp, Bernabeu,
and a Camp Nou,
Camp Nou. Part the places we now 60, and maybe a stadium the Olympico. They are carrying now 50, 40. That's over Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl some open up is around 90,000. Bank of America Stadium is around 80,000, 75,000. Hard Rock is 65. It's almost the on BBR so it is easy for you to say Obianco.
Yeah.
Well.
So Sergio, that is where Arsene Wenger. Sergio Kitwe bi Onuala ni Leslie Tebogo.
Yeah.
And
Albe kakra.
Yes, Monaco.
You bet masa hwe bi ba. Yeah, Monaco.
Yeah, Monaco Diamond League no. Sergio Meka se Tebogo wa impress me. Senior osi two American, especially going to the tail end ayeba we finish. Because man na o man chance or yobo Olympics last year.
Yeah.
But Odene Chika from Omanihu. But senior Leslie Tebogo with 19.97 seconds or no hours at the 19.88 seconds in the beating. Honestly, I was a bit disappointed in Leslie Tebogo because he was leading. Turn around and lower hours at the BFM.
Yeah.
And said, yeah, Konokra. Yes. I said, what break Bikaka. Honestly, I was disappointed in Leslie Tebogo. But Noah Lyles did it by winning the Diamond League. Said you in the final, no?
Yeah.
Wimbledon. Said you, it was surprised you to know, say, in the last 8 Wimbledon women's final, any final be at least a who first timer. Said you.
Yeah.
Any final be a mana from.
Yeah.
Because 2017 yehu Gabina Muguruza. 2018 yenya Angelica Keba. That's the first time final. And 2019 yenya Simona Halep. 2020 they are due to COVID. But 2021 we had Ashleigh Barty and Karolina Pliskova. So you know munina my first final. 2022 we had Elena Rybakina and Ons Jabeur. And we had Makita Vondrousova and Ons Jabeur again. Now Ons Jabeur they are second, but now Makita na first. And the last final no yenya Barbara Krejcikova and of course the Italian international Yasmin Paolini.
Yeah.
This season again we are having Amanda Anisimova.
Yes.
And so the story of the American lady touching kakra because for 2 years now she was out of the tennis because she was battling mental health problems.
Okay.
And Otimi back strongly. Afi this year Otimi qualify Wimbledon women's final Obeshi Ashleigh Barty.
Yeah.
So the closest Oba was 2019. French Open. Iga Swiatek. Make Amanda Anisimova.
Make us a final no.
Yes,
what Iga Swiatek.
Yes, Amanda Anisimova. Oshia Iga Swiatek. And now make us Amanda. The closest Oba Grand Slam was 2019. French Open lose to Ashleigh Barty. The semi-final. That was the closest.
Okay.
Or more any Grand Slam final. Bia. But the Wimbledon no. How said the grass court near very swinging.
Yeah.
And of course, say ubetimi mobile to turn around these shots, no. And no the reason why it accounts for most of the finalists different. And the Iga Swiatek needs to sit up if she wants to beat Amanda Anisimova because send you also a problem this competition. Say you or the female.
You know, so only time every kind of fans or dismiss Sabalenka.
Yeah.
Amanda Anisimova.
Yes. Even 2018 quarterfinal, Sabalenka now no defeating it before Obeluzu against Ashleigh Barty. So even though Ashleigh Barty ne presence pa ana ne specialty the French Open.
Okay.
So French Open when you the last 5 winning from 2021 one winning winning. That is where her strength is. And no nema Anisimova enya confidence kakra say we a quarter enyo obiade so I'll be say we special. But said you a very very tough game. Too close to call. Okay. But for the men
and 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens?
For the men man family there, Yannick Sinner surprising me. Obiti
Novak Emre.
Yeah. So let's see what happens. But I see fancy Carlos Alcaraz to win.
Too bad. You say one year. Novak Djokovic at 38.
Yeah.
Enche oba joining a friend saying
Roger and then Rafael.
Because age, this is on Novak.
So tennis is a game for the mobile and athletic one. And when I say we are young guy, wow, they do maybe Serena say, they do maybe na ladies no be in a chica form.
Do why any Grand Slams wajia
Wimbledon kwa wajimu by 7.
Yes. Why be but who say beginning of the end
biana
who say me sure
biana
say Roger Federer.
That is the question.
There be kakra because me who Roger. Okay, Carlos Alcaraz.
Caras.
Bet me. Bet me. Oh, you're very young.
Yeah, very young.
And now we're on Taylor Free.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Another very, very.
In the end, but Roger, at their age,
yes.
They are no oil. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And this Spanish. What's his
Nadal.
name?
Rafael Nadal.
And on one Novak Djokovic.
Yeah.
But Novak Djokovic, he's one of the guys, for me, who the neighbor football man called Neymar.
Why?
Novak Djokovic.
Yeah.
Who pay timer, Nemkrofubi, I capture the tennis world.
Yeah.
Till I say, no, because notwithstanding achievement, no, on shed any fans. Because now a split between Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal.
Yeah.
He emerged, but Roger fans kept with Roger. Nadal fans kept with him. He became a third force.
Yeah.
It drew a bit of no boom still not Unya fans. What I say?
Well.
It's Akoye Neymar, send your bet Tom Messi ni
Ronaldo.
Muno.
Okay, the Nyame Yaduma, tennis fans, Nyame Yaduma China, a game, papa. Carlos Alcaraz on a Jannik Sinner final game. Na Sinner, I am on Silka cry. Oh, you're too serious. Italian and Sinner done too serious. I never know. On the flexible cry. And no Winnie crowd who's all smiling now. You be big crowd. What is this? Okay, Yamra transfer so cry na fi NTC local stories as well. The latest transfer stories. Andy.
Yeah. Well, we'll check it from the transfer market now. Baby, as you say, a new pie Arsenal. So, among for she says so more ball much. Say almost here players, but almost near so more sign be. But in the last few days, Yahu saw Makofa Zubimendiaba, Yahu saw Makofa Cristiano Gadaba, or Mapa Chelsea Ababe Fano Nema Dueke. Ama initial na Arsenal fans ni be so montiasie. Say Omoka Kofa Madueke because omo priority this particular transfer window no a striker. Inti Arsenal fans no ebi mo cry ya Teta out. No so omo support and again omo no ne Madueke say he is another Chelsea reject. And say just so person will compete here. You don't go in for be reject outside in every competition no. Inti no mo in here no. But say you and as Chelsea for man the green light over England no baby win BBR. Still on Arsenal. And then a Sporting CP for report for the preseason. Basajo, Joker says no, unsi ho de insi ho china. All man ne e china unsi ho the next day unsi ho. Na se nyina ne say. Omun ton nim free bobo ko nim na onko. Medical can a girlfriend issue what decided say o don kra on tena on na twempena biu. And na ni kura san ba be ka kurom ho say oba bi si akan. Inti sika na ono omo agree yen o se e verbal the old people na so mpanimfo na nye na onkonkonkonkosi na kan inti Jokeres dia sajo omo pa omo nya dwom bia wodi nsi akantam say Sporting CP ho de onko ho se okwa start preseason bia now Jadon Sancho any Juventus enso issue no anope ya abase 17.3 million pounds Juve fo agi atum so ombetu asika no de ama Manchester United na United for etimi agya de Jadon Sancho mama nako obi anim se Sancho ba Chelsea oba abeko no Chelsea for fan 180,000 pounds a week Jadon Sancho se onye se do minim Jadon Sancho se do si hone ho o se da bi onye enti okọ no akọ pe ba bi omo bagina mo na si akan en se do Juve person omo clear most guys omo di sika kese from omo wage bill no so enti abranti ni chirima ba bi ani wa ba bi bejo Juve bebo ano nti ho na odi na ni hwe na wakọ akosi akan Rashford gusu ande Barcelona for bonkomo sesejo ono nso betimi akọ Barcelona na wakọ akosi na kan sisi the attention of Barcelona ewo the extension of Frankie de Jong contract 30th June 2026 and a Frankie de Jong contract bewu oje 365,000 euros a week sejo abranti no last week the bar say oni the agent na nyansensem because opeso to aso de ba FC Barcelona ban agent na drag ni fit on pese obema abranti na to aso and nkre ba no ekira Basafo pushi so obo betimi anya abrante no na otimi extended deal na dia mom Mark Andre ter Stegen coach ye fene Hans Flick aba no pese waka che ne se nyon ne be number 1 inti so obeti ase de obetimi ate ase no atena team no Barcelona akofa Juan Garcia Chelsea ewo ho omo wo inaki pena ena eye abrante fene Mark Andre ter Stegen so 4 goalkeepers Mark Andre ter Stegen currently it's German number 1 and say yo next year World Cup year inti I'll be surprised say ter Stegen be dia to me say obetena bench abra Germany for to here no for the next Coupe du Mondial Luis Diaz and so oko say yo abrante no so oko Liverpool man 55 me who sika na was shock Serango £55,000 a week Luis Diaz say yo me who figure na am say that be Esha papa na omo jeje 250 ni 200 wo England ho yi said you be oni mboche fa nti se Liverpool clearly omo person o man trade a said you sis can be o se we su so omo first can be nkan but omo nyoma dey so omo dis can be kan space or Barcelona space or Bayern Munich all these clubs are chasing a left winger and they feel that side platform no be boa no e be maniska and o be say any opportunity abo Liverpool or board there but sometimes Cody Gakpo and so everybody maybe who are bench it said you these are the major transfers and also 80 echo
Dumienu na ebe peja yemu enchekra nti dia kana de beye efisem enkwa Kessben Television Kessben 3.3 Emmanuel proprietor of Great Leaders Educational Complex Bokrom looking at what Yamin is enjoying at his age now I can confidently say that we are in the wrong business sir I don't be with my footballer or Ghana okay unya in a wrong business why okay mami hwe we num so na fe yemfa emedi enkomo kakra e wo fie jo United played the Euro Cup without losing but ended up losing in the final so PSG should be very careful. My wife asked me about Awa Mohammed's proposal to Hajia, how it ended. Awa should tell her something. Minima de kuntia jam school ubeso obeha Awa and then ano pay catching of wives so nyabutre ema abrante and why na bibia ewo nimre nyabutre na ema sabi ye shase a yeko usede wa obese yeko pram omu no omu nyina na ye ware omu ana se bi be yi
ebisunye
bi o ha enkosi aware enso no bebrebe ene bi omba wakwem but ede ya bako na abenyina wa no anambwa ene true nti no awa eno anye ya bebrebe ho ema awa anye de ho aro no ana ba wo so ya che wunti nkofo ke kanse mo mpe bi a kire bi
I'm for more pressure.
It seems Ghanaians haven't had a critical look at how Nigerians are gradually dominating us in all angles. Can your panel have a critical look at it for us? Nasay, Edwifi Nasay Ventures Dunkonofen, and Abeka Yensa and Anopay. Hajia was interested and Awa Mohammed was afraid. Okay, Awa Mohammed must update us on where I'm for interest in the Springboga. Also, all right, Mamisha way, name Michael Ababio, Metionka, Acheka, what's he saying? Justice Blair opened up everything in an interview yesterday with your brother and my boss, BKB. And this is what I've noticed. Housing a team within the same clubhouse can present several disadvantages. This include interpersonal conflicts, lack of privacy, difficulty separating work and personal life, and reducing individual growth. These players are professionals, and privacy is really key. So I would suggest they separate the players by letting them rent on their own and hosting them at the clubhouse prior to games. Else, this problem will continue. Abebio Michael, and also Nidia or the I don't know. And lawyer Safaduku, I say, Omo consider sa asemono. Say, and Ombetra clubhouse or Ayana Mwa players Nidia. ɔmbɛma ɔmo baabi foforɔ na obiara tena hɔ na ebeduru match a ɔmo house ɔmo nyinaa kampo ɔmo na ɔmo akɔbɔ match na obiara awia na ɔkɔ ne fie ɔmo consider sɛ ɛna sɛ ɔmo bɛka ɔmo nyinaa bom na sɛ ɛmmoa ɔmo deɛ alright nti na ɛno nso ɛno no menim sɛ mo pɛ sɛ abidwafoɔ kyerɛkyerɛ ɔmo adwene ɛde ɛfa ho a Reverend Father Godfred Ofori Olag Mampontin Unawdiwe and so Breye. Good morning, please. How do you just suppose the rumors that were around Justice Blay with his interview yesterday? How do you assess the management's decision to keep mute on the issue without publicly going on air? And the players' decision to name and shame other players and tarnish the image of Asante Kotoko. After Blake's affirmation that he beat the security, beat his girlfriend, fought of Kampoku, and the alleged shisha and drunkenness, how do you assess the decision to part ways with that key player? The players should understand that if you bring Kumasi Asante Kotoko's name into disrepute, remember you are fighting a whole kingdom. Blay ended up tarnishing the image of Asante Kotoko, having Mansia as head. Time will tell. These players, God bless you all. Reverend Father Godfred Ofori Olak Mampontin, the Reverend, and so the Abebum Enono. I say, man, for I want to believe that Justice Blay's manager knew about the loose talk nature of his player, and that's why he accompanied him to the interview. But that wise decision of being around his player during the interview session became useless immediately. He couldn't control what Justice Blay could say or otherwise. All that Blay said yesterday has been available to Kessben Sport, but they wisely and consciously suppressed the shameful happenings. Blah, 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 blah. Funnily enough, Dr. Ogum was sacrificed while the main culprits escaped any form of vilification. DD, Akumadan Senior High School, and so Nadiwe, and so Breye. I said, sir, issue messages, baby, all over. And Safonso reaction, Kessben. And also, no,
divided opinion.
Yes, divided opinion.
There are some who think, say, yes, he showed maturity not to go the line of play and also open up things. Nti die no bia say born bia say the adwuma no say be born enya information wo mu aye the others also for say Blay abekasa egu kotoko enum ase kasamafo wa bananke bia be church outside wa amwa nti it's a matter of opinion.
Okay. Why should a big club like Kumasi Asante Kotoko keep players in a clubhouse? I was saying at Okowu United clubhouse at Nkoko, and what the players were doing, always problems in Kwa. Nana Safo Accra Westland so nadi we aba. Yenhwe sa issues isu mu bi kakrai. Edoso messages.
Now, Infanto say, and we Blay with the apology letter.
Yes. Minimum bit my apology no kakra. Almost immediately after interview, no.
Yes.
Or the apology.
Same for 2 minutes being go through.
Okay,
Official statement of apology from Justice Blay. This morning during a live interview on Pure FM Sports, I made certain remarks that were influenced by deep personal emotions related to my departure from Asante Kotoko Sporting Club. Upon reflection, I recognize that my words may have caused disappointment or offense to the club, my former teammates, the passionate supporters, the specific individuals whose names were mentioned. I wish to offer my sincerest and unreserved apology to Asante Kotoko SC, its management, technical team, players, supporters, and everyone who may have been affected by my comments. It was never my intention to bring the name of this great club into disrepute or to tarnish the contributions of those I have had the honor of working alongside. Asante Kotoko holds a special place in my heart and has played an instrumental role in my growth and career as a professional footballer. The platform and support I received during my time with the club will always be appreciated and cherished. Meanwhile, my emotions got the better part of me in that moment. I take full responsibility for my words and understand the importance of communicating with greater professionalism and respect, regardless of circumstances. This experience has served as a powerful reminder of the values of emotional discipline, humility, and maturity on and off the pitch. I'm committed to learning from this and becoming not only a better player, but a better person. Once again, I extend my deepest apologies to the Asante Kotoko family and wish the club nothing but continued growth and success in all its future endeavors. Justice Blay. Tofa bo nyina ne sɛ abranteɛ Justice Blay sɛ nano ɛyɛ nkɔmudie a okɔdie ɛwɔ PFM no owie a ɔbɛtena ase dwen ho ano hu sɛ ne nsɛm no ɔkekaeɛ no wanka ne yie koraa na nsɛm no yɛ nsɛm a ɔgyedie sɛ aha team ne management ɛne ɔmo mpanyimfoɔ ne former teammates and supporters of the great club Asante Kotoko. Osusu sɛ ɔma emotion ɛne nsɛm a na ahyɛ ne so no ewie a n'adwen ɛma ɔkeka nsɛm a na ɛnni kwan sɛ ɔka nti ɔde akyɛw paa ɛma obi biara ɛnko ɛkɔsi wɔn a ɔbɔ wɔn din ɛwɔ interviews no emu na onim sɛ Asante Kotoko na ama na yɛbili ana aboa no ɛwɔ ne football mu opportunities ne ade a bobuku ne de ama no no ne remfi da ɔne nkwa na nyina mu na saa mfomso yɛ a wayɛ ɔno Blay no ɔde bi esuade hunu kɛseɛ na wahwɛ sɛnea ɔbɛsi aka ne nsɛm daakye ɔhyira Asante Kotoko na ɔhwɛ anim sɛ deɛ Kotoko bɛyɛ biara no ɛyɛ deɛ de nkonimdie ne animonyam hyɛ ɛbɛbrɛ bobuku no Justice Blay.
We, the supporters of Asante Kotoko, are truly disappointed in Justice Blay. Kumasi Asante Kotoko has shown you genuine love and stood by you, even during your contract renewal. By your own words, the club treated you well, despite some challenges. Yet, your recent actions do not reflect the same love in return. No official statement from Kumasi Asante Kotoko has ever accused you of any wrongdoing, which shows the club still respects you. On the other hand, we salute former goalkeeper Frederick Asare. He showed maturity and deep love for Asante Kotoko, even though he knew he wasn't going continuing with the club. He proudly joined the team at the FA Cup final, celebrated with us, and accompanied the team to Manchester Palace. Frederick Asare, may God bless you. You are a true professional and a great example. Why so any Sir Prince and anyway a brayen and one and obia and so a brayen a dosso na fe memram ho na you quickly the person de to a and sana other messages no afasem we I feel you the next
General after and I boy interview ni kakra no ha na nwumre me say nya kwan tie de aka no eso so and I feel me an apology no so kan. Honestly, I felt sad and sorry for Justice Blay. I felt so sorry for him because I come here question near what build with Asante Kotoko ni nyina ono adwiri ni nyina egu by his actions, inactions and his words. And niema wa be build wo Kotoko ni nyina no adwiri ni nyina egu na ne titiw eye ne nsɛm a ɔka no radio no so ɔn sɛ na ɛyɛ ɛne nam mfrɛmam bebree yɛse yɛakɛ like one of the tester ɛkaeɛ no Kotoko officially had not made those accusations anywhere. All their statement was that bɔɔ no de onim bɔbaanyɛ no nti na ɔmugya no kwan ɛti huhu no nyinaa na yɛde nneɛma ɛnam kwan ɛwɔ ɛmɔnten megye tom sɛ ntwa to soɔ yɛ ade a ɛɛya na ye kan sem gu hu fi na nye no kra eno nso eya pa nti that the lumba sin kaminya tachrema pema en kame wurure fiefie mu na mayi me ho akyra mansa na mayi me ho ano akyra mansan. So for me, when I heard Justice Blay had an interview, I felt say or bɛyɛ damage control anaasɛ bi a yɛaka nsɛm bi ato no so ɛna ɛnyɛ nokorɛ enti ɔba bɛyi ne ho ano but wotie nsɛm na ɔka no interview na general wɔanyi ne ho ano wɔ biribiaa mu rather ɔkɔmfɛme ɛhuhu a na ɛwɔ system no nyinaa one ɔgye to mu sɛ ɔnom nsa as a footballer because ansɛm no nenam mfrɛma mu sɛ yɛ so ɔboro ɔnom nsa ɔyɛ sei indeed ɔgye to mu ɛwɔ ne interview no mu sɛ one ɔnom nsa na mmom nyɛ ɔno nko a na ɛnom ɔbɔbɔkuo no mu ebio ɔsa gye to mu sɛ ɔyɛ mmaa asɛm ɛberɛ a ɔsi akan no because ne nkɔmmɔdie no nyɛ ɔbaa baako pɛ ho asɛm ɛna ɔkaeɛ at least 2 women were involved ɛwɔ ɔno ano revelations mu ɔsa gye to mu sɛ ɔyɛ obi ɔbo ɔbaa elsewhere in Europe the fact that also abro background and no quite enough for you to be sacked from anything. It doesn't matter the type of woman. So abro ba and no quite enough.
You don't say abua
na. I have some case but voluntarily. Na or release when me na the chairman for. The atosun nine was I revealing one interview and police for channel. For no. In the interview, he revealed that obutim security no, to the extent that a bono obu security no cross any security in the kekansem no, into bumunu no obu security no. 5 no. Then 6, he also revealed in the interview say, ono blame no anya ye cry 3 players the ono mu any shia. Oka ablo ne Kamara ena Kwampuku. Into these 6 things. Okay. I'm not saying say Odi forwards are near many name, but these are the things that were revealed in the interview. 1, onomonsa. 2, wabro oba. 3, yachino ewo emasem hunti. 4, wabu security man ewo masem hunti. 5, emasem hunti onini teammates no enyansem ebio onua 12 honum asa akọ han ne dan. It is a near man sien sensuin okay. General, the interview eventually exonerated the Kotoko management for saying so muntimini into us. My dream is an interview in Kebe Bia, Obetumia ma supporters no enya drama no. But in some way or Bruce dear General, Yene and I GD say, because they are taking some be pre, but now you'll be one some nicketing. But in some way or Bruce, so you're manager. You are more likely so be taking him out of the team. But what must that is not to say the rest are right. But blame to me uncontrolled emotions. That's where I feel sorry for him. Because nipa bia or level obey me control emotions. But we are no the free honma. To be very honest, so can say we fa wow one here. For because a near man professional footballers any so muy man about Montino and why
we worry and say akoye Denis or you name on him for ye I didn't know no general worry no
yes young fan say when you come puku aye masem into between kwampuku no ebi akwampuku die no from the interview ni die ni mu die e masem no kwa pe e na kwampuku from the okay ebia ablo de ene Kamara de shisha eno monum ba wo de ende eniema bebreu so akwachi security ma abono ade ya suspect say ompena no on na keka nsem kire no later you got to know say enye ono e kwampuku na keka nsem so you be the wrong person na obi ade na girama no say onhwem ho mam emo no a management de na si o ma na emo no utumi kwachi ne bono adan ya ususu so on the kansem na sabi o say mfa ne so on the kra why don't you report him to the authorities instead of taking the power in your hands to beat the person up eti we mu de no wakeka no say no krempa at least one man eniema baako about some other people but yours is numerous but what must say ono no de na koye bebree
ono oba no so oba na din kan bo na so
and on also born into Mokuya now born
or say on the phone, and Obana say the phone, also say the phone. No Obana born as soon.
And on also born into an coin
fast with the bone.
On any coin, or fast with the bone. Until I make us say, I'm not saying it's would deep man would differ, but I'm saying that these are the things that a reveal in the Send you to say
players now catch your ban say on Vanco
police station. And almost call report and a police befano. What I say, and a back of fire and owns a baby and say, Unya Gela no magic. Unya Gela no magic. Back home cried you been at the buy and on any pan by and any pan de man. And Oyen crack. Obi Huano Majama Camara. Dear Obuana crack. Now so I come wet here. One is I can some ake can answer now wojin. Nti bla asem na areho.
But you better going forward.
It also says a lot about Kotoko management and how they are controlling the players over there. Because they play abeken. A catcher will say if you honyo. And some of you me jitum footballers is ya baby back one. E ma some ni sa na ma na wo. But a ma bontin dey any issue. But a ba bontin dey it's a major issue. And Kotoko management in happy on game. Me asem we ma campaign. Baby ba ko no mu nyina wo no. Enye suni ban asem anka ye the best thing. Hwe baby adakwaja achi wo. Na hwe baby afie isi. One, she say a save you bia the hustle and bustle of going to training in and out. And can you mu say kra na nka say timi ma empanyfo no timi control mu. I don't know, say technical team members, and a senior officer bit if you be a no so be so sacrifice the family I could transfer yourself for. Until maybe going forward, they would have to start thinking about the possibility of a Yejoma around because most professional clubs say a club no responsibility to give you accommodation. A club need to make us say it be a year. Sika say ni bit to accommodation. It be okay the count. At least I know say you know the team of Egypt. Almost sky demand for accommodation. One have a baby ope. A choir we late on back to sika. And to say the man now hand down or baby in will be unfound. Come to the training grounds. Into Munya de Mawa, one I saw back. Now, Muti baby back. A choir be fast or training your problem. Do you be dear be beer? All these you don't like. Don't be any dear. Say they have to start considering it. And so Mujin who be. Say then on Bayano. And I don't even know if you know Sebius or Hina there and now team paying for high at your advance for a certain period of time.
For 5 years.
For 5 years. And a bimpa or my so renovations, I have some divisions be just to see to my type of accommodation. And yeah, they are general.
Go here dream pa or Henry Enyae. Say my min koji because we free have coach ni base. Min koji hanyina a free. Munne mitua wi amamo misa fidimo radwimpo hen de ye mam na mo hwede mo de mo e
kujira park so ana supporters he ha na no mni golden cakes say mo aja Africa mo de ko kire nkwada we bra mo bre ne ko fa so a munya penalty obi ani
mo level ne boy de damo so say no mo we are na mo
and you see general
mo kujina park ne so a the ordinary supporter no more hano.
The sad aspect of the whole thing is saying omuhwie area coach no will be the sufferer of their actions. Osi onkobo oguma manene ade ebe we no ogum ne apam no.
Yes.
Now this kind of attitude we are no masa beka say coach no hardwin coach no tiatia
no da bia na manfo
edimochi mo na mo boy
ne mo coach only the immediate year target of
obekire bi bia wo training grounds ahode amode be de o kire mo ntumi nye muni sa ahode
no confidence hunu na modi o camp
so serious
just so we adults what you want so into adult there so uja na ko ni fia akwa western say o baby a odon kwa atia and a man 10 cry a day ono ha na ye na de
general baby
only control bia
on say e ma no enye ma ne fa no na e de ntokwa ne bawo o mu sinkrofo echi no obu ho a o mpie kura nkopo ba efie ho na opebi o ti ase efie ho yo nkrofo bi o efie akokọ no mpe on kwa chiri efie ho kakra no de kente butu sumu a mo ache no ore on kwa chiri eti wa so na ka ni briso na so ni sa
kente na de chinko ko no se ntwem okay
o de butu su se fi ha
But it's serious.
It's serious.
It's almost trust.
Anya man depend na
Almost
kwani ba no.
consider.
Nkrofo sisi nkrofo echi aweji.
Na fan tokwa eba players no. Oh, what is the feed? That's our problems in there.
You know bi ju girl ya o. Hwe.
What experience be there?
Play abre. Prenu.
What experience be there?
Same prenu. Unyane aje.
Unyane aje. No guy said, "Oh, Mr. What experience?"
When him say interview no. You know, I check any tilapia no ko wantimi ankyere eventually do die. Because they check any tilapia ni si dem o twen again.
What experience be there? Obi ajo girl. Answer me.
No ma jo bi dey pay.
Uno ajo bi. Now you know who's there, yeah.
Madam Vina say watch now. Kwaya kwa diga ni koro. Na ni ba no so na 5-year-old boy no chire same no chire no. Akwa ejira no head the mu de papa leka. I'm funny dream.
It was.
Also ejira fa no who stars.
This statement issued by Justice Blay is a commit the offense and apologize immediately strategy. Commit the offense and apologize immediately strategy. In the heat of the moment, don't yield to media pressure to grant an interview. His manager and other handlers should have known better. Instantaneous interviews after a critical and heated issue is not a must. Alaji Mahama and anyway a free when Chibanda line and so there I don't know. The current news in the public about the happenings at Asante Kotoko could have been prevented easily if leadership played out well. However, I liked the level of maturity with which lawyer Safuduku handled the whole issue on your program yesterday. That said, the club's communications directorate should treat these issues with the level of sensitivity it deserves, since the image of the globally venerated king is at stake here. Julian Caesar. And the game.
You see, some message we no.
Julian Dier.
Yeah, Julian Dier, baby. Na me be some say, Kotoko ni party company we no. How was the party company like? Was it only people some any sika some area na? Because normally, say we manager, player who feel say ubu ha no betra no ka say otum say oye better. Until after sika sem and krata sem bia no, you try to advise. You try to work on the mind of such a person. Say, uncle out. Enkugu ebiam when ma say na bibi etisa. Minim say what ma say. Because ya trust ya can but it's all over the place boy no. Ya say anything. Even the official mon can read. No ana lawyer Safuduku can say confidentiality clause. Player ono no wajane kwa ono we a work confidentiality clause no the yeden.
Yeah.
Nti na management no sa wa asudie say enka mbepe kwa bi so ne na kasa ma ne hu say biesi no onyai ma ne nka no mo wish ne wa no mo nkyere bi kra mo abi adachi o mbetumi ayede aboa no. Sometimes if you leave it like that it degenerates into this making maka and someone like a good justice blay na nkasa ho ani mas. But the affected club no any players na nkasa e ho no trust you me say ne Kamara sa ball funa ya na ta hihye ni bi no ebi em hye na but them crofo be ka kire.
Yes.
Sa ball basa na o tena ho na hihye no.
After say dey obi girlfriend bro. Now outside this shisha to so no. To so ko the ball ko chebi na nkofo so mu.
I'm going to the park and try order.
Order. Yes.
What the shisha to so. Bob bound to mention.
Serious but the be yes serious. The people back. Sergio, people back who they love, not the truth. I feel Kumasi Asante Kotoko fans are being emotional because of the love they have for Asante Kotoko, but not the truth. Blay was seriously talking out of pains. He said he reported to the authorities, but still nothing changed. Okay, there we should be about and CB one for DB and count. In the dressing room prior to a league game, we every technical team no obi ho me. Okay. In a dressing room prior to a league game, and you see selected team players for a match approaching the team manager and telling him that their girlfriends are behind the gates. So you should call the security person to open the gate for them. All their minds are on the girlfriends, not the match they're going to play. So what I say? Yeah. Match day now, I drew a car near ball. Now, players, no, mobile match, no. Good team manager, so your girlfriend's reference.
There was a
Until
Ghanaian.
what dream I am massam kwa.
He's serious. There was a Ghanaian player. Halftime. Ukochi Stone.
Ghanaian player. Ukochi Stone.
Halftime. Yes.
I can
say. Stone there. Come make it.
Minimum na halftime no. Okobo game no. So Okobo 45 minutes.
So when we
last time I on 50 minutes.
Just when we name Zebiana.
Na asisi we.
Halftime.
No akọ
halftime.
That is a match na.
Yeah, match after match. Match after match.
Andy.
Enye atesemu asemu isi. Okay. You put my name, no my man.
Yes, no, just I don't know.
No level of level of unprofessionalism. No.
The professionals back up.
Omo your unprofessional, and be more level, Franco.
If you level of unprofessionalism.
Omo nyina omo ye pe. Omo ye pe. Said you. Me can for assembly the Ababi Rangers play assembly.
Yeah.
Franco, I know a team. After first half, omo call dress room na play be a penefon. Better omo try am. E ho score na omo kwa ko hesabo. We leak him. The team should be very careful with issues about phone. Because they do. Meanwhile, the currently about 2 hours to a match. Play a crown phone. What do you say? 2 hours to a match. All the phone day. All the concentration should be on the field. All the concentration should be on the match. And the team managers, the technical department of every club. Said you, I was so sad. Ade ba ko asan ba be kan ball no se Franco se o di team come match I wan ye careful at discuss ni na be kwa foreign football yes o di team ko akobọ match do discussion ni na me ne ton mu nta na ko fa players bi ye kwa akobọ se Franco me se omo discuss man you footballers or professional footballers akopisi koduru ye and it happens Ghana Premier League games as well. Obusa players don't be catch no. Ebi mu nso twa bet for foreign league no. Into okobo match na first half was all be fan for no. Se match no twa na bo a. It is a joke. That is the level of unprofessionalism. Wo ye players ni mu. It is a joke. Players there. Se wo ja omo te say there. Omo ja omo ko ma ho na bi mu fa hyehyɛ na bi mu twa bi a. Omo be koso atwa bi a. Omo be koso atwa bi a. Until you need to be straight. The rules and regulations in our camp on the wasn't penning for who say the players don't be so. They must abide by the laws. There should be punitive measures. Wako akoye we ya tu sika. Wako akoye winning bonus ya team. Said you any kotoko players and quantity fako. And I know when we say that of players or won't be mine. Ya waka so mo koma. And said you from 2010 BC Kotoko aje 4 league titles out of 15 years. See a kasa yet nas nya analyze the man kotoko ntimi NTM kotoko ntimi nya consistent in winning the league. Na see ye sacking of coaches efrim ye be players a ye pam omu free mu a obon sa dodo na asa aba be wie say e indisciplined. And once again it questioned the competence of leaders. Omu hebobo ko ne so. Say player upon training no tuka nam. Player upon training no tuka edi ni sugar mom yachi said yo. You don't expect the player to give up that 100% performance or the baba because after training a player need to rest. Uko jina wi akata ba we mu ko ye training man fifre till. Na oba bedru fear instead so be na enough rest no. Na wan say tuka na odi sugar mom yachi. That is the level of unprofessionalism in our football. And I know you can have footballers no mutie no. Players na omo bobo with TV na omo hwe omo sacrifice omo ye no. La me ya ma party na okoye ne no. Say a league season and conquer party. Could be so man and party no. Omo ye professionals, omo acting as professionals. In timpani phone farm na justice blade ya e ka do. Ye busa omo man warning da there be. Omo man let be da there be a big club like Otoko. No. Say you. E o see a query no. E man who say team na obon emra wom. Inti say wo animra ne so a on betimi ayi free.
Okay.
But sani money na anko na players are free. On the issue of players, ye adult in Tienchicho Munisadio, ye players no, and empa de pa. Ghanaian footballers empa de pa.
Yeah.
Nanka kwako high odine. said you obefa ka afrechiri wa obenu waduane na ye de mu nyina ba be gufako for just September to May. Said you just 8 months pe September to May. Enu nko akra na ye so wo girlfriend bi wa otimi ba wo nchen. You are only sacrificing for 8 months. Na Ghana for no mbobo wa abruchiri na said you obi go from training to parks the whole season from August to June no said you obi okra obakra wo hu bi da. Omonko abruchiri nko omon person nko bo abruchiri no obetimi anante from her to adjo so obi hu ni pada se na e ba stop no gina. Omokro omotena ho ma season ni wi obo be fie. It's just 8 months. I sacrifice it. Or life you know for football na what you choose obey na. But never pan you Ghanaian players. You players na the only so unprofessional. Says you had that mama kwakotena fa kuntino. And into sadia any mo baba e masem. And into mo winsa. And into sadia mo kwako eshicha. Let's go back. The indiscipline issues in Kotoko didn't start this season. Say you don't want to go for kuntia. The PSA said you last season yet omuka said Morrison omuka said dan lad mu ye indiscipline no omonte fako. The previous years omo dia pam players omaka so be indiscipline no omonte fako. So I will not buy the issue of staying in one place and the indiscipline aba. Players now the lucky professionalism. Players now they need good managers to manage them. Players now the job no omo tutu so omo be no how important some be dedicated to omo life. So omo de ba be bo football no ene mpanimfo no so agumra mu di ama omo ena de obi ape bia oye said you ko busa Osman Dembele Barcelona no elite de bia no mote no de bia no elite no mote no they don't care you prima donna you can be a Galactico they don't care obo betel because eyemra wo ho but ye han say na situation it ye de anu aka kire no ye de anu aka kire that is not football. That is not football because minim say team bia wo code and ethics inti ye raise ba ne kakra yen ready standard no na hu se club na kotoko no e wosoro na sa ofomra sei ne niam ba akomienu a se jo wo se ye yo enti players no se jo omo nhwe how on be dedicate to life Ghanaian footballer na omo be kotoko no omo am oba chen ko mbo ne sei se jo the last time I check in na the obo kotoko ache ne 2 years yeah. The last time I check in na the obo kotoko ache ne 2 years enti kotoko no chese ya na wo ba be che wo ha. It is a who dedicate to life within a short time. Now the nya the open se wunya. After years, now to me progress so ko ni ma boni be ni wo. Now on the issue of Justice Blay interview. Sadio, emfaso bie ni so the interview no kwe and on wine don't say after or did let any back. Se unim so obe patcho. Then Sadio, the sad aspect of the whole Justice Blay story they say we were age 33. Ghana football in age in 33 years. Ofri takwa bekrum abedim fie num. Wanyini. Ball na unim bo nyina no. When your opportunity end to kwan during your prime or your younger age. Wabo under 20. Wabo local blaster. Wabo under 23. That is the level of Justice Blay would do. Wabo kotoko for almost 5 years the captain of the side. Ejuma awo ye ne se o de camp ma na wo sesem na wo koma a footballer. And I will win, sir. And you are confirming on radio, said you, my said you, who fear winning. At least, and count your name and be a whole class of you. So, Baba can we are going to. Now, we are about a pound, may I chop and who I am so silly to move beyond some for so bien so.
And was a walk away.
Yes,
because now we are never back one show you so. Na as a alternative na management no mpedo mo ye no
yes
na whatever omo no 1 year na aka no money more na omo control no an ko so bebo eyewie se bi omo betuma ka asem no ma omo nrase nko sake no sa na wo kan through out
the you know
wo pa what's some adwen wo
because of on the issue of omo and omo no me ma ho I'm dealing with niama why as a professional and that is wrong okay. So the fact that I love footballers, yes, that is wrong. Say yo, so we a player, we professional footballer, Justice Blay on your crowd. Let's not kid ourselves. Until I say we hear Google and age 33. Na Ghana footballer or local liga or 33 years. Now say yo, what team ya call radio station? Now we say confirm so wins. Opema, you are the captain of Kotoko. So you are not a footballer. No one could tell radio so confirm so wins. Opema, mo wishisha. And players no come as in will be ensure mpanimfo on what team. In as much as he's a legend, players no come as any mpanimfo on what kotoko team nim. Inti nkra no omudi atinde no mbehia. We players no bom ni Kamara no yakora. Sergio. Inti ye players no they should learn to be professional. They should learn to be professional.
We need kotoko players nkwa. Emba kama player bia.
Me kama obia. Sergio, me say me kama obia.
Omo talent, but omo say talent.
Because they
know who Ghana talent ni biom.
Debbie, who's over the question about say Nigeria for no share na hwe. Me pa ho. Sergio, players should be at the level of the Blasters. Passejo, who the sugar mommy achina wo te radio so ka say me sugar mommy. A captain of Kotoko. I'm sorry. A player will be looking up to you. General, a player will be looking up to you. One of the best pivots in our Ghana Premier League in the last 15 years. Now to radio, she say, "Oh sugar mommy, oh bobo we are now sugar mommy." A took her foul. Now to radio, so oh feel proud of saying this. A mature player like you, General, it confirms the level of unprofessionalism in our football. It confirms it. And for me, Blay, Senko Kananu to Mua. So all this while Wakana no to nobody should blame any journalist. Obi ye pe news. Obana beka ye be fadi akọ. Nobody should blame any journalist. Just be on yakra. Wonyini yes the manager cross head in a chibi. Nobody should blame any journalist. Ye pe news. So the buy ye beka. Inti nkoka se journalist I say obi control. General Justice Blay. Obi ono da sugar mum ye obi no control ne kasa oba beka. Onim de o kan pa. Na no wa mini so obeka. O he ne nsem na o kan e bi o cross e repeat bio. Onim de o kan na wa mini so obeka.
Obi say journalist I dey.
Oh, my can I or grant interview na anyade.
Grantee.
Wa anyade.
Usuno. Kankam. Omunim don
we. Wa anyade. Na nko so guide no. Justice Blay. Obi asoli from ifie. Ato no patati so kwa koye ni interview house obi go guide.
Open news no. Ono me guide.
O me guide no.
Na any manager na so ne.
Sejo, the players should be professional.
Bibia no bieka. I don't know.
Oh, say a easy target.
Bibia no bieka.
A easy target. And Central Juma no munti ase.
Central Juma no open news. Ono guide no.
Just Blay asem ya kan ho asem
One guide.
I'm saying na Andy na ka minti.
So do you interview guide?
How?
And I say Franco.
Bibia no bieka.
Message be me ni baby mama mati say.
Bibia no bieka.
Obi from
you. Open news.
Man for back.
And I'm say o am wabli.
Wow.
Just
was
why they I don't want to catch Justice Blay say or the sugar mommy it is a yo it confirmed the level of unprofessionalism from the footballers but on the other side koto company form na yin si fem and yes our team should be worse you and then make us will be amodate me say next year you better back to this
indiscipline.
Yes. Take it from me.
We'll call other players.
Back to this. Justice Blay face obi ehu ne de no kwa the police station abem. And also in Tempai Jano kwan. But other players, and I'm saying that the players he mentioned are old players in the team.
Oh, senior players. Senior
players in the team. Ablo, Kwame Poku, and then Kamara. These are players who are played outside Ghana. All matured players now bomb do bia na akora o fan in fear by fear bo so mo pen in fear kwa ni mu na ball ni mu so omunim de e che other players no on the field of play intim penin form to the level of your security na you know security or die ya no Kessben ha e twa ho hwe ne dia e na say bonte to for ba o matam na to atwene.
Do these things happen in other clubs? Na managing ye and I say Kotoko players na yes because I in discipline no year in year out yet no key players near Sakio in discipline see what other clubs are now and you managing year and now say a Asante Kotoko a peculiar to Kumasi Asante Kotoko say a Hankwana Sans and some no is na
issue other clubs issue other clubs be breezy
okay
na hono you know your baby how kokana club yet baby team bi okay let me pick Gold Stars. Gold Stars are top 12 players.
Yeah.
Now no year season Gold Stars are top 12 players. How many people are discussing it? This person discussing. Obi anka wanse. But imagine Kotoko has to sign 12 players of Ghana. A radio discussion for 1 week.
After winning the league.
league.
A radio discussion for 1 week, for month. Konyesa na football. Inti esi wa other class again areas in the media be ho no akwa fampo empanimfo no mo no are they interested in discussing it with other media guys and also ye key empanimfo no mo sa club you know I'm happy na ma fa had good nemre bi esi say players the coach prema ho esi o ba bia but empanimfo no mo team no are they interested so omone nsentwe for kra be discuss sa niema na ekoso players ni within the team ana enti esi o ba bia because I do the level of unprofessionalism na nyakotokonye has nkwa na wo ye other clubs on there ye worse ukọ sebi kronketu anima hokura de townfo ni nyina anim players oboko ma ho na de ma no me ko ba bi ko match na Premier League match said you me gina ho na nkomodi de obi ka se player we ni ga ni obako nso na gina ha eti ayesa ukọ downtown na no crowd in the locality
obi girls be 4 and more tickets more
yes in the locality said you no crowd obi anim obi ate omo players omo ye ma 70 no crowd de da ho but said you ho no se oba betra na ba be kan how many people would love to listen to it? People are not interested. Inti koto nwa ne so eno nti na ama obi aka ba se do ye kan nyina no se betwa wo se mpanimfo ndi omu na asifem se wo big game ba be ball league match na wo ba be fresh ye nkofa o game nkofa again o gate
na because inside na dia Friday like Friday na girl on money girls and some back Friday during the middle of the season. Me almost Fridays crowd the jam yema kwa mumfa
enko campo.
So they were doing
na ba ko Fridays ba ko si wachi na wo UK. Omo wo camp kra no bi atoa she oba so ho. Ba ko ndi si wachi na wo UK. Omo wo camp no no bi atoa she oba so ho.
Eno pa
so it enu nye blame.
Omo ko so.
Omo ko so enu nye blame.
One fair yes you want me say be a men at way.
Na ba so sa na wo ni adwene se nya bi.
Oh, guys o timi
di
ba so sa.
Wa de na
as a spirit bi a be show bu. Ore be fi kra so ntopu no.
Kalis wo dey see o men at work.
It will be about on what kakra.
Indiscipline. Now better than born what you be told. Ya dey be ma football na kosro na club na be told any supporters.
You
say
unu em so nya bi kra na.
No nya wa kra.
Abira mo dey for it's okay.
It said you dey here kan na say. Dey said you we nka asem to obi aso that blame na akoka. Nti dey aka na ye.
Nipa na popese mba ya.
Oh ye money. But the can say ebi onu dey play anka yen so ye ka ho so obi de omo wo camp no no wo badwuma into the level of unprofessionalism in our football na doors and said you
no for say red a book cap ne ho afai for mo yire no me omma no behwe mo say victory beba
omo so why ye mre ompem it said you it said ye te happy no ni abre se chi na bibia ewu no now be kona levi ko well if you hours to the match no so that the game one ball be no ba bebo it said you empanimfo ne form na nsifem na players no so good go contrary beyond the rules and regulations punish so anye sa me say you tutu contract na dem na eno kwa de be ye west
na ye kan ja girl no supply girls na
na be
obi supply girls
so no na ya o the brave way na we ji na o ha no asa ko fa
say no play kai ba ko de na ba ko girlfriend nti ono na damfo na ono connect
o ya no do ya ba o ya no asa de foforo asa ba
oh gosh ya semo do bi be ya aba so ti we o ton ni o ma ye na yi obetuma ye na easily na o footballer also eno ha na so be ye eso no wadwuma na so na ba sa dwuma
na ma no cry ya lack football
in Europe, players drink and have sex during season, but sleeping with your teammate girlfriends bring confusion. Confusion is cohesion crying ma lack ma bibia ma mo park in sunya ntokwa na mo do field no eso. It has never happened before, but it's happening now. Kumasi Asante Kotoko, why are you and some of your players washing your dirty clothes in public to the extent of going on air to expose your private, your secret lifestyles to the whole world? It doesn't speak well of the team and Asante man. As a matter of urgency, Kumasi Asante Kotoko should sack without delay all and every player whose name is associated with Justice Blaze case. Kofi Edway Efri Toronto, and so Breye and Anopay. Mammy we and so quickly. Had it not been the team manager and Nana Pinkra who were constantly pleading and intervening on behalf of Justice Blay, I could have been asked from the team 3 years ago. If he has no appreciation to give the club, he should keep quiet and live peacefully. Tell Andy he has suffered the most salary and wages deduction plus queries than any player in the team. Yeah, inside and Atlantic on the Libram says, yeah. Say, player be anywhere, your man, yatite the salary so for no man enquire why ye, and I feel your man query latest near there a change that's play. Okay,
so
there's a warning, no, of the man.
So what informed the decision to renew his contract?
What say,
no, I will not buy that. I won't buy that.
Okay.
What informed the decision? Player, team ni yatina ketu yache ubia. Ye kurini che ubia. Ni asanka si yese renew the contract. I won't buy that.
Although deductions and this raising are being done by the team manager. The guy is just indisciplined, fighting with even hotel cooks. Okay. Inside I know they are also the no. All right. Then I could see at the voice note to be free India or monitor program non de kotokoni kunwa the appropriate time and also a man for ati players nyankopo achemwade mamumfa saadie enia grow. Blay has boldly come out, but these things are happening in other clubs as well. And even in the national team camps. Okay. Name of Michael Abbey Beyond the way and so by Abbas. All right, my auntie Dada Kusi from India.
Joe, Mr. Observer 3 days ago, Ubo Yaya Mohammed Kasimbi. Players no more a message Yaya Mohammed the two platforms no. Sir, some messenger players and players no only committed to Kotoko cry. Ko we see Dokotoko now, Mudia Kumedi Agrono. Kotoko na brother Chimubachiro. Ogobusa TV Odro, Ogobusa players libi. Satan no Bokotoko na near Chomadi free, Komudu Makumo na Bokotoko. Now be Kotoko now the son of Nabeya, who feature and to hear them. What be Kotoko Abrobe do? So what is a Tikumas mem? Satimen. Namo dia kumedia ko de mass ema ana ayo macho ema so a o mai won bonsama o musore a o mun nam sugar mami for no most as the players no o na gu ase o santemem sugar mami for no mun na gu ase ana mo say players no the finka players o mo hwe yi o santemem.
Dada Kusi from India and also Atuagum Amaye. All right, yenhwe we na kakra bia de beka ho na yenhwe ana.
Da kusi, e ma de omo so wa adwuma no. Nti ono so ye na adwuma. Nti esese wona ese ohwe ohun so ye na adwuma ni niu. Nti go so ye den a ono so be ye na adwuma. Wona ese obo ho modern now make sure say na adwuma na o ye na indi. Otherwise, minimum all and the things.
Na se rango ende. Baby abeko bia ye oniama e be ma de opeso ye na atwe abafem. But you being a professional you should know say Adiana opeso ya na wani su ade hu ni aha na opeso koyesie enti obviously sa girls and so on near players in one of the mama omo agent for other people are almost 7 crowd with what they want enti omo de anyone him na go at say ni pay go obi ani ni pa wo do say ni players in the also the task ahead of them and also omo say this is their professional career. Inti so mo pese o mo bobo ne ko mo anim dia there should be sacrifice so mo pese ball no go to that level of pedestal no be asu hu o mo na eniema bi o ha o twe hu free ho na later so go off season a watimi akoye in any case e no lo asafo du kuka say mra o ho say o fiance ana o wife obetimi aba besra bo ni bi anim game yo mo bebo na kira o met life in less than 3 days Real Madrid dey bebo mo last game 2 days before the game. And omo catch omo say omo wives. And the Franco, that is very common with the English national team at every World Cup.
Sure. Players
ni di kan e drew games ni bia omo catch omo say omo mra no omo meka omo krum ho e wo krum ho. So that those people will have that concentration and the love and affection from family to deliver on the football play. Yeah. There's absolutely nothing wrong. But the level of yenka someone kofa mamon kofa. O girl betimi aba ho. Me can say it to you. me say asem we enye fa ko homo te no ena de bae ye be separate omo say yentimi manage ni year it will be worse because the indiscipline issue within the Kotoko team they didn't start today. It has been there every season. Yeah, pam players about a player with discipline. Player when you are casting we atono so the obekasa the on kasa no so the osini trust no kosa the biasa inti I agree. Your players you can be a management member, you can put punitive measures in place, you can penalize him, whatever. Obe boom raso. I agree. Those players are there. But I'm saying that the leaders need to be proactive. They need to make sure, say, players no so once again, there should always be a background check. Players are almost signed over. There should be a background check. But players, you know, themselves go background check be any. Oh, I know be a damn for make a friend recommendation. Oh, I know be a damn for a free be say Matisa Mope number 8. Munko a team win ba kubi ho na ba akwa fafo afre ade cha coach si mepe coach si we management member we no kofa na be say do enu a there should be background check for players almost sign almost for Kotoko say do baby o tina players o be fana say do follow player closely if you all cry you go deep down to baby or free or baby or to make inquiries about the kind of player that you are signing. And on the betting and Niema also prepare very well to welcome the player and going forward. A better player and deliver. Factors enhance players' performance. No, or no aka hubi and a team the count. But say Joe, so Coco for one cateboni phone biba. We are dear or best inquire. Into next season, when Kotoko air sign players are because they do. Or players almost sign on my fee still have no background check. A year free, omra, a year free, omra, than no background check. But going forward, if Kotoko is signing players as a do, they should follow the player closely. Who follow player closely? But at least you can have background checks about certain players on the field of play. Say the bear almost bar, who how to handle those players. Baby or her obeying discipline. And now I'm saying, "Kwana we any papa with them no be anka because they be clear home cover match now. Una ashama homo. Una away the toast of the fans. Into a month cotton my fans alone, and me and Kokasi and Pamu. Into betting a year in discipline. But because of no work contract, and I'm terminate my own coda. Because I'm terminate, they don't have the finances to pay. Into signing players, we should consider background checks too. And it's also important. On the issue of
players in the grand, and Cassa and there's a woman, yes, how. Omo insiders need same as say, we just samba. No. No, outstanding time, Biano. You see, the Subai, Kai, Kama pa. Oh, yeah, discipline. Yes. Now, Unyani Bibia Musa. No wonder. To me, ever balls.
Deliver on the photo player.
There's now a discipline. Now, coaches in the moment, bet you would do so. Now, unye, Sanima, Bonnie, we are. Untumin deliver.
A lack of professionalism.
Yes,
a lack of professionalism. And no entity.
Yeah.
To do a entity.
Yeah, listening now, Mom, yes, I didn't know to be
no. So, I give an example of one player. I'm monitoring. No, a former Kotoko player. Only player be called Turkey. Maybe I know me catch was a player. I hear me voice. No, it's a rango. Omunina or a former Kotoko player. Or Koya no Munina more clubhouse. Who beat me a piako baby after training, but you should be there by 9 o'clock. Say do. Oh no, they are not a boy. And I just say. Or Chelesa, on some of the Omen County. Until her CCTV be bet you into videos no. Season a berry no more pally videos in our man. Also, one yet the Runadino of the site. A while no Mujana can play on a bagana. Until you're in discipline, you had the coco, and that player was a fine player. Says you and a bonnet could do say. It is a one crown who ye a Ghana player. 8 years a can't say every one feed him. And the Lamia and when I 18 or about 20 years to play football. But Ghanaian player who go to a park and open ground on a tafuni and I say who go to be. Inti akabe 5 years when Uncle Paul Boan out their pedem. Inti Kotokono Mutu Akabusumi be annoyed who deans a do. Now what you 7,000, 8,000 a crack the bonus account. 5 years not all the book of Bruchas and Costatia Braba and no ano. But Modia Muslim Peno. Just few years to be 1 season, 2 seasons, play about to continue more of the craft fighting near Pam. And you know, when you need the 33 years, you will boost to say, oh, chasey, sugar mom.
Most Ghanaian players, most Ghanaian players are not self-disciplined, both on and off the field. especially our players in the local league. That's why they can't give more than one season consistent performance. We see the reason why commercial and technical players are not performing. Our players should learn to stay focused. Otherwise, they will live as paupers if they don't change their ways. Joe Shibi, another way, free Toronto. No, we free Kwame Shanghai. And the message we and so buy and yeah, easy. Okay, just like any institutional boarding house, deboardinization and suspension should form part of rules and regulations governing boarding status. My suggestion, Kwame Mwako, formerly of Okes, and the way Abba. Yeah. Coach, yes.
Hey, deboardinization, they are saying a place in basic. May I born any catch them and send me to free club and got in a baby. Yes. And yet, children, any sport on a word just near and baby, I say.
What has resurfaced happened in 1980 when Yabawa sacked our almighty Opoko Efrie, then captain, and a dependable striker after we lost the Champions League final in 1982. The finals, the fans clashed with the management fighting for the captain's reinstatement, but Bawa and co were resolute and adamant. Papako was chosen as captain to lead the team and they won the Africa Cup that year. No player is indispensable. Ukumapma, Apimbaba, Ohineba Yabua, and Apijawi, and so they are braying. Messages in the doors.
Yeah. And I know. All I know is almost for first half.
Yes.
But I say my players,
indiscipline. Your players see. Your players see.
You know, I say my Kenya. Because I was really gassy. Obano Mabuogu, Obano Marshall, bleeding and one. Kotoko Africa, or Mutimebo bleeding and one. Football's sanity. Fans just want to see their team winning. And when you start winning, nobody will waste time to talk about players or Mokoye. Until they only need to recruit quality in midfield. Make sure the team gel perform very well without him and the team is good to go. So we're in the bar. I said, yo, Real Madrid palm the whole Cristiano Ronaldo. After him, they've won multiple Champions League. We're talking about Ronaldo at the Bernabeu today. It's a game on it. But those to replace him, they came and excelled. Nobody will talk about those players anymore. It's a game on it. Until the Akadon A team, no, going forward after play, and only the most important thing I was sitting here on the field of play.
KOD, as his entry into the Kotoko family was glorious. His exit is not only shameful, but a wreck on his career. His name has no place in the golden history of the club. On the contrary, if they live within the community, they are very careful in managing their social life. I, however, also agree to the fact that stringent measures could also bring sanity and discipline at clubhouses. Okay, and also, I don't know. I agree with what Andy is saying. But the moment the players come to Asante Kotoko, their attitude and character change. Just because they've entered heaven. And after heaven, there is no place again. Okusie, also Eddie Abba, I don't know. All right, Utu Ejinamuafono. Now Utu Okrasofo. And yet that happened as now Utu Momonesofu, yes. Inti other clubs and players, we did it as a
almost take comes out.
Almost all the
manager.
Okay. Abbas.
Yo, I'm the House of Folk. Said you're okay. We ain't the DKS Ardian. I will put in mind.
Yeah.
You problems here, Bum. My boys in the corner, so no movie. Our problems by be so she be no be implement a problem.
Has a crowd, they won't carry Dr. the whole time.
Yeah, be implement. We said we
Saki Omuna
85.
Eddie for the musical youth in the bag.
Gambo Baha or call two bomb or
yes.
So this is our grown one and who got now free more Ubamua and I will say this.
Yes.
Twas a bomb, not was it just blaze up here. I want to be. First day, but you Gambo Zoka Gambo.
The guy,
Gambo can't.
players na nya opa mo no
sa center back no
yeah
no good
kan apia ne manso na betu no kotoko
okay
di sa na tie ewiase bone ba sa na mraba de blade e wo kan nyina jo mo keke kan nyina no have to manage it because yenya ema mienu afo mienu oba bo mu a ba ko nim so hini ne kohia no se o ware obeware no a ode ne kofi a ye kombo ya ware ye bie ni nua ba so kire no ni nua pani e kire no ema o ko ka chese da bi nye we ya ena o se da bi ha de se pani ni ware ya keto an ngwa diketo no nim sa amra na ofio but what am I saying keto se no nim se emra sa ho ba ode ne kofi o ba ode ne kofi o no mu che no se no if ya de ye nye ni sei sei ne ye no ba na keto ni nim me ba si se nipa de di nipa pe oso obeya sanye mra obeye enti asem so si a ene ye ho mra bibie nsie bie ni mra bibie nsie bia ye die bi kofi koji ye bi na ma ni kofi koji nya problem si ya crashing eno so e wo wiase dada enya blame ene ko mu na ebe start o mo so e ho dada but have to manage it
sure
eno na e problem eno na e problem se problem no be ba e kwa be fa so be manage no na odia wie
na kofi koji no similar problem
the same thing kofi koji o mo clashing
okay
on the player clashing
ema ho
ama ya kwa kan panifo ne kwa hand o se no o se we dey ono an personal problem o se ono an personal problem and can't football no ko fan sem ba ma bibribi ma ye no ko fa no kan hu bi kwa na has na fi na the boy ne den no enti medium se o how there we implement bi bia o how wom ba kwa be fa so manage no na de waduru ba bia pesa wo kono no ni asem no anu ni asem ba me dia me hwe ha wo no eba have to manage it na I am so manage ni ya ke nduru sei
o ma manage ya
oh because se boy na asem no so be hwe ha na ababontin bra bi 2 months ago some media mo ne mba ya adwuna ko na asem we mi meti ya 1 month atwam ya mun santwofo ya mun na muka etika ba bia na asem na ye kan fa fie ho no ke fiefo no meka za bi ye de bibia se meto ya nim tinya no kore eno wo ya na ma ne ko kan sa no ko na bidia na e kan no efie na ofiri mu no a yeso wadi sa abone no efiefo a meka sem bia ebia o asem ya nsantwofo mu kere de ha de ye hu bibia sa ana ye de hu ni sa but want sa
wa kan na ye
ndiri ya nye sese be wifu nkuma obi mfumu nya
se panyi bi be kan se ni nyina anya no kra nke ne de obi kan se panyi kro wadi ntro
oh se nsiesie bebe nsiesie ma mi ke nsiesie odi ka kan nsiesie se problem ne ba kwa ba fa so asiesie no so mu friend no mu ni siesie obi a me ni ase ni se club no se so enti no bibi se die so adawro my kwa bonti a ebegu hu fi begu club no se kasa timi nkom bebre sa kasa wona ne beka ene be kire house of folk yes, I got another defeat.
The Continental Club
Masters yeah of late. Your moto no. Yeah, Juma papa.
Continental.
David never say that. Yeah, Juma papa. Now you lose the Sunday. I never say that. Enya dia do. Bro, never say die. Who was it never say die? What you say? I don't know who. Was it so ngui? You show cross here show.
Yeah.
Enya enye batato wo bendai
no mo players no mo nim
never say die
till the
bones are rotten
eye adwuma sisi
eye adwuma onkugu omnku a
mo players no mo nim
onkugu omnku a na eye adwuma onkugu omnku a na de breye
asemo
itesi aka chempani fo sasabe se kasa bronuma enwuna sampai mu brabo ho a unhuru no nyono so ni brabo so ni se bo nyuma bata brabo
so
ya ka se enwuna na sampai mu brabo no ho abehu no
nyono no bi
ko ya nwe bo nyuma no nko a pai gu brabo no na se brabo no tam di ka beka chofi ase ensama ye tete ye se after se coach nkona coach mransama tete ye no ya ni ni bi ni empese ye de asem no match wa mi enwu se e wo se de asem
my
yagusu hwehwem
no se mamun ka munwa asa na
yagusu hwehwem ko match we die January yen fon to da me has lose match e ma match ni nyame won we that this match
Ashimo papa.
Papa. Because Koya goes to the Vaso Shay and because MBA.
Kuse.
Because you're born MBA and you have to born a mobile on to the basket. Et you know, your catcher management technical team board. Say match with you, or when you're vigilant, or when you're
okay.
When you show us how much you need any breed. What the core board management say, or when you need transfer ban in free muscle. And that was in with
Nina, you know,
because the players now,
Nina, no
more for friend of
Nina, no more car. The okay, you know, you fiasem.
Buy,
what I say? You fiasem, and you have one tiasem. Tin if you want on. Till you ever if you ever can fee. You ever can appoint, you ever can appoint. If you can't also support the same, you gusua, you know, Mokasa. Simple in front of Tonyama. The technical team also, Sabi, born I hear and young come say, and you're decent. Yenina ye hwebi street sense ne so ye de hwe enti ye so mo ye 2 and 3 omo hwe ho adwuma no mo nye ti empeguzu ne mpanifo kasa se o ne ma yi na me adoma ye be hia fo
na sa se mu de na ka madwem se se nka mo ye nhwemu no wi ansa na wo de ababon se wo de abai mu ko hwemu na se nya no kra ba me pacho ana
se ye hwem na nya no kra
ba me pacho
ya bi ye hwem na nya no kra dia so obi ani fo
because bobo players bi di kra
so
suspect se omo
kan mo fa so a ye no me ntia se ne dem ti before the match no
wa amankwa na obo penalty
any bi ti be on chese
do head ball for net
do free mu
suspect wo
do free mu
so we na se
en sama me tete ye no
wa be pacho
en sama me tete ye no manu nuru ho
okay
me hwehwe me yengu baby asem gina nsa no aka de okay
calls ni 0551 happy birthday sonko enko emma eye Daniel Efa who Portsmouth UK Daniel Efa and your birthday we a special one I free Dr. Pounds UK Pounds say always show happy birthday Daniel Efa. Hey Pounds do ho me nka all right now my for calls no I'm for ashase the calls no eba hello good morning.
Hello Sergio.
Yes sir, good morning.
Morning na wonu abeja fanu ati for ho ye
uncle pad mo bia ho ye pa
mediane sofo no betima frem nya me nipa ba ko fa me de wadu ba ntma
it you
yankopon ya aduma nim se nyambo achina big game ni ba so minim se Chelsea fans ni hope se yankopon ya aduma achina ba we ni na mpemfo se obofo ne de ni nam gu apa so disi aba radio so no kotoko asem ni wan kan bia na akwete wan mekasa wo radio so Sergio mimi huni se ye kotoko management team no omuka hu bi ntina sansem wo ina ba bonten because all that time and so for say na omuka hu asem no empemfo na mete bibi anka na kwa se just base wa ma mekata ho a na kwa nipa bi chance o de ato no so because obekata ye no ena sisi ano kotoko supporters no ene sam so for hu say na ekosu team no the moment that the management in the camp are on saying ebe clear no ma bi flu ho no man ka ma me du ba bia di Sergio de make no that there.
All right, but emphasis na emfa foforo and so till now I still don't understand that defeat to Kumasi Asante Kotoko Pato land service I still and also on here. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning, Sergio.
Yes, sir. That is a.
I'm Yadom now, sir.
Go for the mayor.
Your friend, you are watching Santa one about.
Okay, yeah, it you.
Me pacho, Sharif, Kotoko, not for Dano apply. Me person, me channel watching. So, best Abe Bobo.
Okay. Muti me and Pajon, which me the Bibia Ba Afane, who are especially medical team, no. Sharif, Aquacosi saying. Oh, sir, okay. Sharif contract.
Yeah, when any terminated
contract. Okay, all right.
I don't know.
Hello,
Sergio.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay.
No, in fact, the probability that I see on the money no advice. Now, I'm a rap. Say, Atlantic to the two now, I know what you mean to show. Now, say, the players and also say, you be some echoes. Much like a connection to the players. About first half of the Canadian and over here. I know more protocol. I will more deny as well. We can share a first goal. That's a movie. Again, I thought I know the top of the players. No matter how and so na otumi asa ba abonte wo wo ni ko bi na ma Ghana league no aye basa no because dem wo ko we team tani e dey ko so ba abonte be kawi e bu league no ni ma so kwa me do me das
yes you be das pa em say Abbas and wonya bi atete amano pa
ensina bati ai
sa
the sinabati a enko be hunu yawo ensina bati
okay nana yaw mami chiao pa nana yaw yeta frɛ aban nungwa akra na o nana megidi pa so ho ye na bibi ekoso kama enso ewo baby a wo bia nana yaw so mfa program ni agro ewo nungwa akra aban ya chiao pa
General Mr. Famille, to save Asian family, former principal Wesley College. We know because any new penny that from Famu, I say Kwame, Asian family. Okay. Into Mr. Famille and Nebusian.
Yeah. Okay. Young Fancia,
chapter 9.
Forensic news,
chapter 9, that's all.
Chapter 9, that's all.
4 o'clock.
You know what's our trust. Yeah, Mefa.
Among you, when you mo fa pole South Street na dance mo fa se ono ya na so na mama ho me ndio ya se mama
me pese me ye house
ma ho